What is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric. Welcome to Q2C VR Gamer Live. We're a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, where we go live to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and the multiverse. That is it. You can watch us in VR, in your VR headset in the multiverse. Go check it out. But if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform. Thank you for being here so much. We really appreciate it. We have an epic show prepared for you tonight, jam-packed, full of awesomeness. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. Is he a rat or is he a Chad? He's been known to squad wipe his entire team on the island of Tabor. They call him Todderator the Moderator because he's just that much of a badass. Todd Jackson, what's going on, dude?
Hi, diddly ho, diddly. How you doing?
Man? How you doing?
I'm doing excellent, man.
Yeah, you killing a lot of people on the island of Tabor?
I did actually. I played for like an hour before we got in to do show prep today. So it was
really
right after the patch. I jumped into the island. So.
How dare you be playing games when I'm over here working, making notes, writing all this stuff, and you're out there playing the game that I want to play. Not the only game I want to play right now. Yeah,
it was awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. How was your week, man? You have a good week?
It's been a crazy week. Yeah, my kids were sick, and that was kind of a gong show for 3 or 4 days. And then my phone broke, and then it's been work crazy. And I'm just glad it's Thursday and coming up to the weekend where we get to play games for hours.
We do, right? That's like some of the best part of what we get to do now. We get to play games for hours. And I can't wait because I'm gonna do a live stream this Saturday, Todd. I'm gonna start at like 3 p.m. Saturday. We're gonna do a kick-ass live stream, a little charity live stream, for our brother Soul BC, man. Soul BC's wife has come on a little hard time. She's got cancer, and they're working through some hard times. And we're gonna try and help them out. We're gonna do a charity stream for Soul BC on Saturday. So come hang out with us. We're gonna be playing some Ghosts of Tabor pretty much all day long with some of your favorite content creators. There's going to be some amazing people stopping by to hang with us during the day and come by, support a good cause, because Soul is an awesome dude, and you're going to see him come by and hang out with us for a little bit too. So Todd, let's do this quick. We have some guests. We have some awesome guests with us tonight. Let's say hello to our chat very, very quickly so we can get them in here. And let me just bring up chat here real quick. And who do we have? We have a lot of people here tonight, man. Todd, already, man. We're not going to build; it's already built. We have Bluebell is here. What is going on? Joseph Brokenborough, Todd, our newest patron, Joseph Brokenborough, and his
the winner of the PlayStation VR 2 headset.
Yeah, on its way, man. He should have it. He should either have it already or it should be there by like tomorrow or something, man. It's coming, should be there real soon. Let us know when you get it. Michelle B is here. Let's see. Echo into the future. Bluebell. Mickey Burr is here. Mickey Burr got to hang out with us, man. Mickey Burr came and hung out with us in Orlando at the Ghosts of Tabor launch party. So it was cool to see a member of the community come out and hang out and support Ghosts of Tabor at the launch party, which was amazing, which I'm sure we'll talk about. Let's see who else we got here. VR Spry Guy is here. AppJ is here. Brandon VR. Mr. Tasselhoff is here. Got some cool stuff from Tasselhoff to show you guys. Michelle B, I think I said. Samantha Donaldson is here. Orland Hooper is here, Todd.
No,
that's not Jack, yo. That's not
Orland. You're on the wrong one.
Come on, dude. All right, now that you did it, you got to give me some Tribe Grey Wolf. Go ahead.
Is he here?
No, but give it to me.
It's Grey Wolf. Like a boom, 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 boom.
Once you play it, you got to play it, man. You can't not play it. I love Orland Hooper is here. Try Orland Hooper again. Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. Yeah, he is. He's jacked. Who else we got? We got Michelle B. I think I said Kubo92. Echo into the future is here. What is up, dude? Bry Cub is here. Hendrix Toy. Let's see. Apps Gale YT. Mind Jive is here. What is up, Mind Jive? How you doing, man? Canned Cam is here. PDX VR. Typical Kiwi. Fog Cabin. Let's see who else we got here. Mickey Burr's got to take off, man. He's got to catch replay. Got to go to work tomorrow. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, brother. We have Well291 is here. We have VR with Jasmine is here. What is up, Jazz? How you doing? Mepper, Chris9989, Chatty is here. I am Dickle, Bluebell. I think I said Define Tech. Man, there's so many people here, dude. Olivia Choi is here. Barebone Man is here. What is up, man? Adam D. I lost it now. Where'd it go? Hey, Soul BC is here in chat. What is up, Soul? How you doing, man? Arcanian is here. And then Todd is here too.
L291. That's new.
Donzilla is here. Hell yeah. I think we got some new people coming in from maybe from the Ghosts of Tabor Discord, which is an absolute crazy place. And let's do it, Todd. Let's bring them in here now because they're pretty amazing guys, and I want to introduce them. Let's say hello to the CEO and founder of Combat Waffle, Scott Albright. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man?
What's up, boys? How are you?
Good.
Sorry, I'm a little under the weather.
Yeah, man. Thank you for stepping up and coming in here when you're under the weather too, man. We appreciate it.
Of course.
And then we do have this gentleman to bring in. If you have played Ghosts of Tabor, you know his voice and his look very well. And maybe he'll give us a little bit of that intro when he comes in. And that is Proper D. What is up, Proper D? How you doing, man?
Hi, everyone. How's it going?
Good, man. Good.
That's awesome.
I was going to hold this for later, but I just have to get it out of the way now. How does it feel to be forever known as the tutorial guy?
It's both an honor and it's horrifying.
It's a fucking curse is what it is to all of us.
It's a curse.
Absolutely horrifying. It's the
Scott
tutorial guy.
Literally, we were in here talking, getting set up, and Scott's like, "Dude, I can't wait for the mute button on Proper and the tutorial guy."
I wish it worked in real fucking life.
They need a bullet. They need a bullet counter next to my holograms for just how many people have shot me. I think.
Eric,
Yeah,
what are you doing for Soul on Saturday?
It's a great idea.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a live stream, man. So we're gonna start like at 3 p.m. and I'm gonna try and go for 12 hours straight, and just play lives 12 hours straight, and just kind of have some creators come in, hang out with me, bring your community in, and we're gonna try and do like a little something for Soul, and and do some donations for him.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, man.
Soul's a huge part of our team.
Yep.
I don't think we've hired anybody that has ever. Soul got hired Proper like 2 weeks before the launch party.
Something like that.
And from day one, he meshed. Like he was there with us. He came hot. Z-Storm actually DM'd me like, "Hey man, Soul," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, let's give it a shot." So we all love Soul. So if you can come by and help out, that'd be great. Soul, Eric, remind me please, but it's before the live stream. But we're gonna give you $2,000
What?
towards your
No
live
way,
stream.
dude.
Yeah, for
you
Soul.
guys.
That is
awesome.
freaking amazing,
Yeah.
man. Thank you. That
That's
is
awesome.
Dude, and what you're saying is 100% true. I remember when Soul came on because we were talking about it, and you're like, "I'm going to bring in Soul because he's really good at what he does." And Soul does a lot of the media stuff for Combat Waffle, and he is so freaking talented, man. He makes some of the best TikToks we've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
He's so good.
So good.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, man. Thank you guys for doing that. That's amazing. That's a hell of a way to kick off a live stream. And hell yeah, man. I can't wait to get all these people in here, and it's going to be a fun day. We're going to have a lot of people in here, but let's talk about you guys a little bit. Let's do the proper introductions and say, you guys are both with Combat Waffle, or Scott is the CEO and founder of Combat Waffle, who makes the Ghosts of Tabor, the probably hottest game out right now. Tell us, Scott, first, you first. Tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, your history, and how you came to make Combat Waffle, or how that genesis worked.
Oh man. So people that don't know what a Combat Waffle is, it's what we call landmines in the military. Boom, Combat Waffles.
Love it.
Explosion of flavor. So I started off a long time ago as a young man. I'm 38 now, so I'm still a fairly young man, but I was a police explorer through the Boy Scouts of America program. Always been about public safety and about serving, and had this drive and ambition to serve my country. But at the same time, I was always an entrepreneur. Started my first company when I was 15 and sold it. We were a gaming league sponsored by Sega when I was 15 years old. It was amazing. Finally got into VR gaming after being in the military and doing some high level stuff there, and got into VR gaming and actually met Proper through the Leftovers, which is a comp team that competed in contractors I played for. Then we started VREL, Virtual Reality Esports League. And every day I was like, man, I want a Tarkov in VR so bad. I was addicted. I've been playing since Alpha. I need it in my fucking life.
Yeah.
And finally, I actually talked to several different developers, and one of them was a part of the DayZ Champions. And he's like, "Oh, it'll take this long and this much money and this many years." I'm like, "No, we're gonna do it in 11 months for this much money."
That's an amazing point. I don't want to gloss over that. Tell everybody again. You guys did this in 11 months.
Yeah, we did it.
That's
just shy of 12 months. Just 11 and a half months is what we just hit our 1 month anniversary today, so we're at 12 months now. And I think just from a week ago, the game today, the reports was it's just like so much more polished, like what Z Storm is telling us, like it's just night and day difference. But 11 months is what we did it in. We had a rock star team. Duncan came in like maybe 2 months after we started. Dunk, I think. Maybe.
I believe it was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Duncan, you're the chief media officer, right? For Combat
Yes.
Lawful.
Yeah, all those cool videos. It's Duncan.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
All the mocap stuff. Yeah.
That's me. Yeah, some of the best stuff that you guys see. Like if you see any of the socials, if you see any of the screenshots, if you see any of the clips that you see anywhere for Ghosts of Tabor, that is Duncan's amazingness that he puts out there. It's some of the best
trailer
stuff. Yeah, it's some of the best stuff we've ever seen.
Thank you. And so
so I did that, and then I started the company, and 11 months here we are, and I just I don't know. I've got a drive that I accepted from the military, and my dad instilled it a lot too, right? And being a cop, and I just wouldn't let it stop, and I pushed everybody to work 16-hour days against their will, held them down. I'm just everyone. I feel like we worked a lot of hours for many months, and I can say that people did come and go, and we did lose people that just didn't mesh. But the guys that we kept are all fucking unicorns in their job. Like, I know there's a lot of great people in VR, a lot of talented devs, but I tell you that we have the best dev team in VR. And we cranked this baby out, and it came out buggy as shit. And but we fixed it, so it's getting better, right?
Absolutely.
But that's the story of Ghosts of Tabor. A lot of Red Bulls powered by Red Bull, and hate for the general world. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to say hello to we have a Creeper Betty VR sighting in chat and a Z Storm VR sighting in chat. What is up?
Hey,
Two awesome people. What is up, guys? Agent Orange is here as well.
Creeper Betty was at the launch party, yeah?
Yeah,
I remember. Yeah. She asked Patty a question, and he didn't answer it.
Patty did answer. Patty answered some weird questions that night, or had some weird answers that night for everybody. But yeah, it was.
We saw sides we've never seen before, or we should have seen before. Rather,
Hell yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's talk about that real quick, just because you brought it up. The launch party. What an incredible time. You guys did it right, man. You put on a great party, and you had like a great facility and great place you did it in, and you guys did it. You did it at a university that does a lot of like tech, like in broadcasting, right?
They're video game college, yeah.
Yeah, video game college, right? And then what was nice about it is you kind of do it there, and the proceeds of it go to giving a kid a scholarship, right?
Yeah, it was dope, man. We got to partner with Full Sail, and we're gonna do it again. It's happening again. Like, we're gonna do maybe an event every year, bring out some creators, bring out fans, that kind of stuff, let them come in. There's a lot of people we discovered after that live in Orlando, and like, holy shit, we would have been there. That played the game. Really? So yeah, but all the money that we paid for the venue went to a young man that I got to present a check to live, and that went towards a scholarship, and it was absolutely awesome. It was fantastic. It was amazing.
It was cool, man, and the facilities there were amazing. You know what I marveled at is we all got there and we had all these creators there, and it was myself and Jasmine and Z Storm and Short Stacks and Skiva, and we had all the Awakened Toasts and Jay Bratt.
Yeah,
all these amazing people there, and then they had this amazing facility to do like interviews in, like a full blown studio, like a TV studio, and it was just top notch. I mean, the footage and some of the interviews live that day were pretty amazing. It was a great event.
I had a great time. Duncan got to fly over the week, like the Monday before. We got in like Monday night at like 11 p.m. in Fort Myers, Florida, and I picked him up. And I've known Duncan for a while now online, but we finally got to see each other and meet and break bread, and he got to meet my family, and it was amazing having him here.
It was such an awesome time.
Yeah.
Duncan, we should say Duncan. Duncan is from Singapore.
Singapore.
Yes. Yeah. So what time is it for you right now?
9:20. So not too bad.
9:20 a.m. on Friday.
9:20 a.m.
Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Could be worse. I've been on 4 a.m.s before, and that was a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Duncan, for you, I mean, you've been a part of virtual reality for a long time. I first came upon you doing amazing videos, doing Pop One stuff, doing gun stock stuff. I mean, just your level of professionalism and the way you do videos has just blown my mind for a long time. But how did you guys, what did you think about Combat Waffle, and what did you think about Ghosts of Tabor when you first kind of got together?
Well, I mean, I already knew Scott for a little while because, as he said, we sort of met in the leftovers, and we sort of embarked on the competitive scene to begin with. So I sort of knew, like, what was I going to say? I sort of knew where Scott could bring things. He's obviously very determined, and he's got the brain for this sort of thing. This just all the stuff that I don't have, basically. And the moment that he said, "Do you want to have a go with us on Combat Waffle, creating a game, but basically escape from Tarkov in VR?" Like, I could not believe my shit. I was losing my mind, and I could not have got through that door faster. Like, it was an absolute honor to be invited on board, and it's just been the best thing in my life ever since. It's amazing. Yeah.
I was at an airport flying out when I called you on Discord. It was like 7 p.m. when I called you. It was like, "Yo, man, you want a job?" Like, I remember that. I was flying out at it was like 7 in the morning for me. I was flying somewhere, and I was like, "I've got to get a hold of Duncan before I'm on this flight for 2 hours, because if not, it's gonna drive me nuts for 2 hours not being able to talk to him." Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And not to sound too cliche, but I mean, like, I think I speak for myself and, to be honest, a lot of the team. This is so much more than a job. It's like, this is everybody's passion. Like, the team are VR players, and the team want this. The team knows that people want this. It's like literally creating a VR landmark, a historical landmark, in my opinion. Like, yeah, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about the team a little bit too, Scott. I mean, if you want to name some of the people on the team, you guys have an amazing team. And, I've known a lot of VR, and developers, in my travels, doing this. And, this game, it's easy to say, "Hey, let's make Escape from Tarkov in VR." It's easy to fuck it up too, really, really bad.
Really
So,
easy.
I mean, the fact that you said, "Let's do it," and then you had the people in place to do it, is a super testament to you and your team and putting together the right people. So, let's talk about a few of those people that are on the team.
I mean, really, you're looking at one of the cornerstones here. Duncan, he's one of the cornerstones of the team. So Duncan, I'm the founder and CEO, but Duncan, Jonas, aka Infish, fuck the Church of Fish, all
Church
hail
of
House
Fish,
of Scott,
baby.
House of Scott, House of Scott,
House of Scott.
Infish and Reynaldo, Ray, who's our lead development officer, and Fish is our chief technology officer. They're all my own minority owners of the company now. Like, they've been with me since the start. Like, these are the guys, when we have something that need to be decided, we are the four that come together to decide.
Nice.
And we are the ones that, when Combat Waffle was in the middle of development and we're looking at budget runway, we're the ones that cut our pay by 50-60%. I cut it to zero. Proper took a hell of all of them did. Like, they made that sacrifice so the juniors could continue through until we could get past launch, right? And that's one of the reasons they were brought on, and I consider them legit cornerstones of this company. And without these four, we would not be the company we are. But then you break down into Patty and Bash and Elijah, who were the three junior devs that are now just mid-level devs, and they've just grown into these amazing game developers and Unreal Engine developers. And every day I watch just blow my mind with the things that they're doing that haven't been done in VR yet. And it sort of shocks me that it hasn't. Then we just hired Spoon from Swordsman VR. He was one of their lead devs over there. He came over.
Yeah.
We have Seb, who's our lead map maker. He's made The Market. He made Island. I did Silo and Bunker.
Nice.
And then Seb came in and fixed all the fuck ups that I did, and so did the rest of the team. Then you have David, who's our lead technical artist, who's just crazy. He worked. So David, Seb, and Ray all worked at Surreal Entertainment, who contracted with Epic Games. So these guys worked on big VR titles through Epic. Like they did a lot of work. They've been developing since Oculus Go.
That's insane.
And they're just amazing. I'm missing somebody. And then Soul, who we all know who Soul is. He's the TikTok guy. You've got the tutorial guy and the TikTok guy.
That's it. Working hand in hand.
Who am I missing, Dunk?
Uh,
I feel like I named everybody. But DeFresny.
Seb?
Michael, yeah.
Michael DeFresny starts on Monday.
yeah.
I think. We got a couple of them. So Michael DeFresny starts on Monday. I think he's probably one of the most known guys in the VR scene. I think everybody's interacted with DeFresny at some point. He's going to come on as the director of consumer relations, and he handles all the support emails and all that stuff. He's doing all of these. He's killing it even before he comes on board. He's already doing this. And then I think one of our newest developers is Kindle. I forgot about Kindle. He's a Marine Corps veteran. It's awesome to have another vet. Proper's also a veteran, for those that didn't know that, in Singapore. So hats off to Proper for protecting Singapore's freedom. But Kindle was a U.S. Marine Corps vet. He's a crayon eater, and he came in from Surreal as well and was trained by Ronaldo. So, like, I mean, we have a team that's just it's out of this world. And we just interviewed one of the guys from Downpour that's a level designer.
Oh, wow.
And hopefully he's going to come over too. He's affected by the layoffs.
Yeah,
so.
from the Onward team.
And again, real quick, I tweeted it yesterday, but if you're watching and you were affected by that, don't let that stop you in your drive and your dream to achieve whatever you're trying to achieve in life. Because if you do that, if I would have done that, I would have never sat here or worn any of the hats that I did. Don't let anybody tell you can't. When somebody tells you can't do something, say fuck you and do it.
Right.
And that's the best piece of advice I have for you.
Love it. Hell yeah.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Kubo92 in chat. He just dropped a key to Ghosts of the Tabor for Quest.
Nice, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Way to go. Way to go. We like to see it. Hell yeah.
It is Cabin, yeah. It is Fall Cabin. That's who we interviewed. We hope he comes on board.
Heck yeah, that's amazing. And it was great to see. There was a lot of other development companies, like again, your company looking to help out some people. I got a call from a couple of different developers, like, hey, if you know anybody from either Ready at Dawn or from Downpour, just have them hit us up. We'll find a landing spot. Yeah, and that's what's awesome about the VR community. A lot of them come together and try and help everybody out. So even on the developer side, everybody wants to help out. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
So you mentioned Husky, by the way, Scott.
Who?
You did.
Husky. Oh man, our Mad Russian. Holy shit.
Well, yeah, we were just talking about him.
We were just talking about Husky too, how valuable he is right before stream.
Yeah.
So Husky is like this one-man wrecking ball that I discovered on CG Trader, and he was like doing models on CG Trader. Like actually, one of the guns that he has is in Vale. Like they bought it. The AK is from Husky. Wow. It's in Vale.
That's awesome.
And he had been I think Vale offered him a job, and some other studios offered him a job, and I hit him up, and I'm like, hey man, can you make us these backpacks? Like I need these backpacks. I don't have my 3D modeler slacking. I'm probably gonna lose him. I'm probably gonna fire him. And he's like, yeah, I can do this, no problem. And I was like, wow, this dude's awful confident. I looked at his portfolio and I'm like, hey, you want a fucking job? And he just like, well, I can't because of CG Trader rules. I can't do this or that, because they won't let me talk. I was like, just come up my Discord, man. Just add me Discord. He's like, I don't want to get in trouble. If it doesn't work out, then I won't be able to sell on CG Trader if they find out. And he finally messaged me, and he's been on board, and he does everything. Our guns, our 3D assets, the watch. He's remodeling the character right now. There's a teaser. Our whole character's changing.
No way, really?
It's all in prep. These are all placeholders. This is in prep for the different clothing attire, the different factions, the new leveling system that's in the works right now, to where you can level up your character, that will interact with your traders. All kinds of stuff is coming. All the cookery is about to happen.
I wish I worked with you guys in some way where I could find these things out.
Yeah, well, it's all been happening. We didn't have a meeting this week, so
I know.
This all got sort of decided like Mondays when all this really started to happen.
Nice. It's well, and you can tell everybody things, especially now when the game is out. Things are being patched constantly. Things are being updated, upgraded. You're doing things. Things have to be done on the fly. You have to do things like that because one thing leads to another, It's like pulling a thread sometimes. You pull one thread and then all of a sudden this comes apart and you have to do this and then you have to do that. So, it's funny how things go so fast.
We're a fast team, man. Like I've never seen developers just come together and work as fast as they do and as hard as they do. And they're truly the unsung heroes. Everybody yells about Fish and Scott, but these guys, Patty and Bash and Elijah and Kindle and Spoon and Ray, like these are the workers. Like they made this game. I'm just the idea guy with the vision that says no or yes to stuff decisions. Like today, Elijah's like, oh hey, I got the impact grenades working. So now when you throw a grenade, it hits a wall, it's gonna impact. Like the green one.
Oh yeah.
It's an impact grenade. And now flashbangs will be working probably not tomorrow on the patch, but maybe the patch after that. Like a unique flashbang experience you've never experienced in VR. A real life flashbang experience. So prepare
That's
to
crazy. And
take
I
your
wanted to
headphones
say
off.
that. Like you put out these patches and they come out really fast.
Yeah.
But like today's patch, like I had to scroll for like what felt 6 minutes on my cell phone to go through all the notes. I couldn't believe how many things were fixed or added.
Yeah,
or
it's
tweaked.
crazy.
It's
I mean,
unbelievable.
it's sitting in every day on the Discord and just watching these like miracle devs just chew through all of this stuff. And, I mean, you know, they're so persistent. They come across a trip up. Oops, what happened? Oh, a trip up,
Oh,
and
sorry,
they would just batter their way through and like break out the other side, and then create, as you said, patch notes about an arm long to read through on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Scott's not kidding about the
crazy.
team working constantly either, because during the after party of the launch party, a couple of people, it was Fish and somebody else, were like sitting there with we were outside, having some fun, having
Oh, that
few
was
drinks.
the night before, right?
Yeah, it was the night before party, and everybody was just everybody was hanging out, and they're sitting there on laptops pushing a patch at like 10, 11 o'clock at night when the middle of
smoking
this
cigars.
Party. Yeah.
Drinking booze, like, and then these guys drove their Fish is over there swigging vodka, like just pushing a patch.
Typing away. Too funny. Hey, I just want to say Soul BC just gifted 5 Q2C VR Gamer memberships, man. Thank you so much, dude. It was really appreciated. Thank you. That's really nice of you and all those awesome people that just became members. So very cool. Scott, this might be a good time for you to show a couple things, because Agent Orange says I had a feeling vets were involved here. The guns are on point. The guns are on point.
They are involved.
How on point are
There's
these
a few
guns?
involved here. Yeah.
Just listen to that breathing.
I know. Listen
This
to
is a
it.
heavy
can be a
fucking
little
gun,
bit-
guys.
Yeah, look at that.
It's a
freaking
heavy
thing,
gun.
dude.
This is probably my favorite gun on the planet. Proper's held this gun.
I have.
It's
shakily.
a heavy fucking gun. It's probably my favorite gun on the planet, and it's my favorite gun in the game. So here we go, as predicted, says Thomas.
Ruddy says M14 question mark.
M1A in a SAS stock.
There you
A
go.
Croy SAS stock, yeah.
Cole got it
This
right. Yeah.
this is my and I'll just show this one and I'll be done. But this is my baby, my AK.
Oh, look at that, dude. That is
74, so
awesome. I
This
love
is
it.
my baby. 5.45 by 3.9. It's like if a AK-47 and an M16 had a baby. This is what you get.
Awesome,
Best round
man.
in the world. Yeah.
And that's why the game feels so freaking realistic and good when you fire these weapons, man. They're on point. They really are. Scott, can you just show that vector? Just because I love it.
Oh yeah. You want to see the
His
MP5 too?
favorite little
Yeah.
thing.
You get the Scar too? Fuck it.
That's it. Bring 'em
Scar's
out,
my
man.
favorite by far.
MP5.
MP5.
Look at that,
yeah.
dude. That's so cool. That's just a badass gun.
That's
man.
got a breakaway butt on it too. There. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the vector, dude. That thing is so awesome.
There you go.
Proper, did you get a chance to shoot any of these while you're there? Do you have a range to
No.
go and shoot or no?
Things were a bit rushed. I mean, Scott was
Yeah,
threatening
yeah.
to throw me
Yeah, I
into a range
tried,
at one
man. I
point.
was so busy. Here you go,
Shoot
Todd.
something.
Oh, there we go.
There's
There
the
we go.
scar, yeah.
Yeah. And that's unique.
Echo into
You
the-
don't see that every day with a full.
Echo into the future says those are on my wall in
Oh.
Tarkov. They
Yeah,
are.
right.
I bet you
Yeah,
they
right.
are.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Virtual Steve says, did they talk PSVR 2 at all yet?
No, we
have
didn't.
Not.
We
have not
haven't
talked
hit that yet.
PSVR 2 at all yet, but I think we will here in a minute. But let's move along a little bit. I know Scott's really not feeling well, so I want to kind of like move through some of this. But thank you for showing those, man. Those are,
Of course, yeah.
it's just awesome to see those things, because it's not like you guys pretend that you know what you're talking about here. You guys know what you're talking about when you're doing a tactical military first person extraction based shooter, and that is a mouthful. You have to know what you're talking about, dude. You have to.
A typical Kiwi, I actually have 2 giant gun safes like right next to my desk.
Is there an
So
armory?
yes, there is an armory next to him.
So here's the thing: nobody break into Scott's house ever. Let's see where we're going. I did want to ask this, because this was brought up by somebody the night of the the night of the launch party, you guys did a nice Q&A with a lot of people, and a lot of people asked questions. And one of the questions was, what is the island of Tabor? Where is Tabor? Is it a fictional place? What is it based on if it is a fictional place? And I thought the story behind it was super cool, and I wanted to ask you about it so you can let everybody know again.
Yeah, so Tabor is a real place. It's a real city in the Czech Republic. My wife is Czech. My daughters have Czech. They both speak Czech. I speak Czech. Our family still lives in the Czech Republic. We go twice a year minimum. They live about an hour from Prague. Prague is probably my favorite fucking city on the planet. It's actually the inspiration for the next map is Prague.
Nice.
Including the bridge. So that's coming soon. But and even the voiceover guys, they are friends of ours that are in a metal band in Prague. like so we really wanted to go deep, and I have a great love for that place. So we took Tabor, which is known for the greatest military strategist to ever live in the Czech Republic or Czechoslovakia. And so he's got a giant statue in the middle of the city square. So we just took Tabor, we made it a fictional country, took a landlocked country, made it a non-landlocked country with an island, and every map you see is inspired by a real place in Europe somewhere. We'll have a coal mine that's based off of a place in Ukraine. As sensitive as that may be, I don't really care. It's a nod to that place because it's such an interesting feature in the country.
Right.
But everywhere, except for we probably won't have any American stuff, but everything in Europe, you will see inspiration from a real place within Europe in our maps.
Winter maps from Canada?
Probably not Canada. We like our little brother to the north, good enough, but
not that good enough.
Not that much.
Fine.
We will have a winter map though. Yes, there will be a snow map. Yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Mountain Pass is what it'll be, like a mountain pass map, and hopefully by then we have the blood trickling and dropping system, so maybe you can track your people that you shoot a little better.
God. Yeah, that's cool.
That will be an amazing thing. I was actually in there playing with Creeper Betty and somebody else the other night, and I'm like, man, Betty, it would be nice because I knew I tagged somebody up on a hill, and I'm like, it would be nice if I get up on that hill and I could see, because you can do that in like Tarkov, right? I mean, as big of a Tarkov fan as you were, I think I was for a little while. For about during like COVID, man, for a year, I grinded Tarkov every day, multiple times a day. Man, I lived in that game, and I don't, it was still big into virtual reality, but it was just a game that hooked me flat. Game that hooked me in.
It's that loop, man.
It is.
Yeah.
It's crack.
It is. It just brings you. It brings 100%. You in. It brings you in so much because it's that feeling you get of euphoria when you do make it out, and it's that feeling of holy crap, I'm going to shit my pants because I have the best gun I think I've ever just found. That I just killed the guy and grabbed his gun, and now I'm trying to get out and stay alive, and I got my leg is blacked out. My torso is blacked out.
And you don't want to take that weapon back in ever again, so it just sits on your wall for all of eternity.
Yeah.
Or you're Todd and you squad wipe your entire team.
Don't get in my way.
He's too much Call of Duty, man. You cannot play with Todd. He's too much Call of Duty. He just wants to shoot, and you're like, holy crap, Todd, you just killed everybody.
10,000 hours in Call of Duty.
Zach Pawthorne there. We're talking about Charles Bridge. That's what I'm talking about.
Nice.
The bridge in Prague, yeah.
And he knows. That's awesome, man. That's so cool. I love the whole story of this being based on a real area is amazing. I think it's so cool. It's great that it's not just hey, let's just grab a name out of somewhere and make it up and do all this, and and even another great story too. And it was something I think I asked you that night of the before party was the picture of the Marine in the lobby and in the safe house. And this was another story. Like you could tell that it was a real picture. So I knew to ask hey, what's the story behind this? And that had a great story too. And it's nice that you put these things in here.
Yeah, there's actually in the House of Scott, which will be in the Streets map, you'll see an ode to some brothers that I lost in there in a photo, in the house inside the House of Scott. So it's really a lot. There's a lot of small things though, like there's a monkey in the back room. That's my daughter's toy. She plays with every single day.
That's awesome.
And so and to me it was just like a little nod here and there, and a lot of storytelling and Easter eggs, and there's more Easter eggs. Hell, Duncan's on a picture in the safe house somewhere.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Is he on the magazine? Is he in the
magazine?
Trying to hide it.
No, he's on a picture in the med bay. Yeah.
The sticky one.
Magazine.
Yeah, the sticky magazine right next.
He's actually, if you go into the med bay and you look at all the photos on the wall, you will see Duncan.
That's awesome. Now I need to go in.
Our model.
It's rather
trickster.
out of place because I'm holding a Darth Maul lightsaber.
Oh yeah, Phil BC says Medbay Beat Saber guy. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. So, talking about Tarkov real quick.
We got all the time in the world. But take your time.
No rush. You leaned into Tarkov here, and it's very apparent from the get go. Yeah. And I like the fact that you didn't apologize for saying we want to be the VR Tarkov. You saw a something that really worked, that was really amazing flat, and you love virtual reality, so you tried to bring it in there, and you weren't afraid. There's so many developers that are like, they want to do a game that's like another game, but they're so like apologetic because they did anything that even emulates anything of it. When you weren't, you were like, look, we want to be great. We want to be Tarkov. Tarkov is great. We're going to do as many things as we can to make ourselves great.
Yeah, 100%. I think I've said it open multiple times. Like you said, we are VR Tarkov. Like, that's it. Period. That's what we want to be. We want to emulate that game loop, that gameplay, but we also want to do some unique stuff because we're in VR. So now we can do a little bit more.
Right.
And people say what they want to say, like, oh, you did this, Tarkov. Exactly. See, like, oh, your logo looks like Tarkov. I'm like, yeah, there's a silhouette in it. Tarkov stole it from DayZ.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
And guess what? My marketing worked. You knew exactly what I was going for with the logo. So I've already got you hooked. It's just, I don't know, man. It's, you know how finicky the gaming world is, but like, I've never tried to hide that we are Tarkov VR. I'm very proud to say that I played Tarkov since alpha, back when it was actually good. And I think it's a cool game loop in a cool game genre that VR has needed for years. And the analytics that we see on how people play, we know it's what VR's needed for years. Yeah. So I'm very happy that we're here, man. Years. Yeah, we've heard it for years. Yeah.
Hell yeah, and me and you spoke about another game that came out, Breachers, the other day, and that I thought it was great because you were like, hell yeah, man, hey, you're like thumbs up to Breachers. You're like, hey, bring it on. Another great game that to bring more people into this type of tactical shooter is amazing.
I think Breachers, and I have to say us, and then Geronimo, if it releases this year, changes the VR landscape. And I tweeted it the other day. They changed the VR landscape as we know it. And honestly, when it comes to game of the year, if we're up for it at the end of the year in November, I foresee Breachers beating us. I think it's that good of a game. Wow, I think Triangle Factory's knocked it out of the park, and I love what they've done, and I applaud them for what they have made because it is beautiful.
It really is. It plays super smooth. It's a really good game. To me, I just like the hook of, just because I'm probably more of a Tarkov fan than Rainbow Six fan.
Yeah.
And to me, Tarkov has more for me. Like, or not Tarkov, but Ghosts of Tabor has more for me because of the gear collecting and going back in,
so much more involved.
Leveling the traders. There's just more from now. For a shooter where I want to just jump in and have fun with friends. Breachers is all that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
But if I'm ready to go in and grind, and I want to go grind some gear, and I want to go in with a pistol, and I want to be quiet, and I just want to grind gear, man, that's what I want to do, man.
It's about to get a lot more grindy.
I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
Great. The Discord's gonna blow up.
Yeah, and that was one of my next questions. You said Discord. You have one of the best Discords we have ever seen. It's incredible, and I think it's a testament to the type of game it is, and the type of game that creates community. And that you need community around a game like this, right? Because it's the way you can have people live streaming in these different rooms all over the Discord. If you guys have never been in chat, have never been in the Ghost of Tabor Discord, go take a look, man. That Discord, the way you guys have it set up, is amazing. And you grew that Discord from like 3,000 people.
Yeah, it was what, 3,000, I think.
Almost. What is it now? It's like
31,100
right now.
Incredible.
31 now?
Yeah, 31 now. Yeah.
It's incredible, man.
It's crazy.
It's psychotic. I don't understand it.
But I don't. It's such an important, I think, part of the community part of a game like Ghosts of Tabor, because again, you're squatting with people, so you need people in there.
Yeah. And it's so cool, man. My favorite thing to do now, like on a Friday and Saturday, I pop in those channels that people are in, and I just like start trolling them. I'm like, oh, that's such a good show. I'm like, yeah, it was, and like I just like talk to them, and they're like, who the fuck was that? And then it's Scott. Like they freak out. Like it's amazing. And I try to interact with the community, and I want to be that guy, and I think the whole team does. Fish and I do. I think most of all the other guys we keep really busy, but we try to make sure we interact with the community and keep them entertained, and we want them to know that we're here and they can approach us. Only recently did I have to close my DMs down.
Yeah.
Just because it was too much. I couldn't handle it anymore. It would take me 4 hours to get through DMs by the time I've lost 4 hours of my workday.
Yeah.
Hell, even before my phone number was on the support contact number on Steam. Dude's calling me at 3 a.m. from Australia wanting support, and I'm sitting there like, all right, man, let's get through it. Like, some mom called me at like 11 p.m. one night. I was getting in the shower to say her son, what was the charge? Because her 19-year-old son stole his credit card and bought the game, so I refunded her money at like 11 p.m.
Oh my god!
On like a Monday night. Like,
wow, the stories, man! Holy cow, that's amazing.
I don't know, man. I just want to make sure the community always knows they can reach us and communicate with us, and we're just normal people. Like we're nobody special. Like we just made a game. We're no better than anybody that plays our game, and we would be nobody if it wasn't for the people that played our game.
Yep, and that's one of the things that when we started connecting early on that I resonated with the most, and one of the things that you said early on will always stick with me. And you said, I just want to help people. I want to help people as much as I can. And and what you said early on too is we are never probably going to be done with this game. Like we will constantly always be working with this game, and people love to hear that when they know that somebody is going to support the thing that they're passionate about. It just fires them up even more.
Yeah, I don't know, and I've stated openly, I'm a free and accepted Mason, and if you have the chance to help someone, you help them. You help out a brother or a sister, because we're all brothers and sisters, even if we don't know each other. Like we're brothers, we're related. You know what I mean? Like we're humans at the end of the day. It doesn't matter your creed, your religion, your sex, gender, any of that. It doesn't matter. You're just your family, whether you know it or not. And if you see someone that needs not a hand out, but a hand up, you put your hand up. You help them up.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. It was such a good thing that resonated with me, and I was like, I need to be a part of this in some way, and we appreciate it. We are not afraid to say here that we definitely are with Ghosts of Tabor and helping out Combat Waffle as much as we can with Impact Reality and Jasmine and Skiva and Todd as well. Todd is a huge part.
Moderator, the moderator, laying down the law.
Hell yeah, hell yeah! It got to us. We got blindsided by the huge explosion of Ghosts of Tabor, just like you guys did. Yeah. And we were like, we need help, man. We need help immediately, because we're like, we've never seen like anything blow up this fast. And I'm like, Todd, we need help immediately. Get in here. And he's done a good job.
It's been an experience, because going from 0 to 32,000 people has been just crazy, but
it's nuts. But I mean, you have a few bad apples I feel like y'all deal with on a daily basis, just being trolls, but majority are great, especially the House of Scott. All the House of Scott members are amazing.
I don't think the Church of Fish of the House of Scott has been banned.
Yeah, they won't, because the Church of Fish, just a bunch of dicks.
Red Dead 5603
dicks.
Red Dead 5603 says Church of Fish is God.
I ate him in sushi the other night. All of your little members. I think there's what was it? The Gospel of Proper D.
I tried to shut that down as soon as I could. Like no, don't go there.
The Church of Fish is like the new hotspot now too. Like everybody wants to go. If you're going there, either go there super early or go there super late. If you go there in the middle of the raid, you are probably going to catch somebody in there or catch somebody coming out of there.
Yeah. So it's going to get a lot more interesting. We're going to actually be able to identify those people in game eventually. Fish and I have talked about it. They'll have like special patch or something on their arm. If you're linked in Discord, you'll be able to link your account on our website. That'll link to the back end, and you'll see that. And maybe in the House of Scott, you're going to have to take the York skull from Silo and place it somewhere to open the door to the House of Scott on the street map. You never know. We'll see what happens. And there is a plan. In the Church of Fish, if you go to the back, before the ladder, and you look down. There's a door on the floor with a
Yeah,
lock.
with
on
a
it.
lock on it. Yeah.
It's coming.
Oh, nice.
It's coming.
Nice.
Of course, I was trying to
Eventually.
shoot the lock off.
You
should try to shoot the lock off.
give it time.
Oh man. I'm like, can we put a bomb on there?
Give it time. Hey, we've talked about doing door breach explosives too.
Oh my god,
So-
that would be awesome. That would be awesome. I love it. So let's talk a little bit roadmap before we get you guys out of here. Some people have been asking. Everybody's been asking about, PlayStation VR 2. It's a huge thing right now. Everybody's loving their PlayStation VR 2. I think it's right about to be to the point where you're going to be able to buy it, in Amazon, and probably coming soon in brick and mortar. So it's a big headset. Everybody wants it. What's the news?
So we were originally with Perp Games for publishing for PlayStation VR 2. We have unfortunately stepped away from Perp Games, and that is no fault to their own. It just wasn't working contractually. So our amazing partners at Beyond Frames have stepped in. They have taken over our PlayStation VR 2 publishing, and we still are on track for September. And Spoonfed, our new senior dev, did all the porting for Swordsman for PSVR 1 and 2, and he will begin starting porting on Ghosts of Tabor for PSVR 2 soon.
Awesome. That is a huge deal to have somebody like that in on the team, because Swordsman was a PSVR 1 game before it was anything else. You know what I mean? And they cut their teeth on PlayStation, so I'm sure he knows exactly what he's doing there.
Yeah, he's great, man. So we use a cool little thing called VRE, a VR expansion for Unreal Engine, created by a very talented guy named Morton Trial. And Spoon's been working on this, I think, for like as long as Morton Trial created it. And he's probably one of the most knowledgeable devs besides Ray that I've ever met, because every dev can't know everything, right? So they complement each other very, very well. And he came in, and like a lot of the improvements you've seen have been Ray and Spoon dropping down into a chat and just grinding.
That's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Proper, where's the bird? You see the bird?
I was just listening to her wake up. For real?
Yeah, right?
Go
Go
get her.
get her. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love his bird, man. He's
Oh,
got
yes.
a parrot.
While we're waiting for that, Todd, you got some numbers we can show? I want to share
Yeah.
some of these numbers, man. Scott, can you talk about these numbers a little bit? Like the launch weekend, we had some amazing numbers.
Here's the numbers that are live right now. I'll refresh this page.
Yeah,
There's 1,766 players in game right now.
It's insane.
Yeah.
1.7 million deaths and 82 million shots fired.
That's insane, dude.
How many
Absolutely
deaths?
crazy.
82.4 million shots fired, 1.7 million player deaths.
So you're a little behind. That website's a little behind, but our back end live connection shows 1.87 people in game connected right now.
Oh wow.
Wow.
1.87K. I'm sorry, 1.87K.
Yeah.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
amazing. I mean, we were looking at Steam earlier, and I think Steam was showing almost like 700 700 players live. That's unheard of for
PCVR is not dead, man.
It isn't. It's
not
back.
dead.
Mm-mm.
And I
Still
love
here.
it.
Those
I love
numbers
it.
are crazy for Steam. You just don't see those numbers anymore. Here it is. It's
wild.
still alive. Look at that. Look at that. Even right now, 533
yeah.
still. That's freaking awesome, man.
Yeah. I think
Makes me
last
so
month
happy.
at launch we hit like 1,000.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah, 1,000
thousands are peaked
concurrent.
so far.
Yeah, and that is just Steam. So and then you literally Steam is probably only a third or less of our player base. The rest is PCVR, is a Quest 2.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you look at Steam charts, like you can pretty much always just do the rough math by looking at the website and figure out how many Quest players are in. It's nuts. Like we didn't expect this. I remember me and Duncan and Ray and them talking and having meetings in the admin channel. Like, all right, if we can just sell 10,000 copies in a month or 2 months, we're good. We're okay. We can pay our employees, and it's been like you don't even understand. Like it's been wild, and we're just blessed.
Hell yeah. So good.
Plus
Super
there's
happy.
One more thing in here I wanted to share. This was from March 21st. A screenshot from Steam
Hell yeah. Look
where
at
you
that.
hit number one most VR played. Beating Beat Saber, Gorilla Tag. Like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Gorilla
I remember that.
And
day
we-
when
and
you
we were
posting
number
that in the
11.
chat, and we were all
What was it?
freaking out.
We're number 11 on the top 100 list for
Yeah, of
next to Harry Potter.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Yeah, not even just VR games. That was just all games. I mean, that's
Yeah.
to have a VR game on it doesn't happen very often. I think Zenith was one of the only other ones that ever did it.
Yeah, man. And we hung in there for a solid like, what was it, Duncan? Like 3 weeks in the top 100 list. Like we'd look at it like, what is going on?
Hell yeah!
Like, it just makes me so happy. I mean, like beyond the success of the game, it just makes me happy to see that people are getting excited about VR, and people have been saying that. Thank you for making VR exciting again. And like, I suppose for me, for a little while, it started to feel like the gaming scene was starting to sort of drag a little bit for me in VR. I have to be honest, and it was starting to feel a little bit dry. And then now we're seeing the vibrant sort of kick back in. It makes me really happy to see these sort of like spikes in numbers in the VR scene. And as you said, like being comparable to the rest of the gaming world rather than its own like separate niche. Like it's a huge thing. It's a huge deal for me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think you weren't alone in that. I think there was a lot of people like over the last year, that were extremely, passionate about VR that kind of lost it a little bit. It was dry, man. It was a dry patch, and there wasn't a lot going on.
It felt like that for sure. Yeah,
it was.
Yeah.
And games like Ghosts of Tabor and Breachers have definitely breathed new life back into this, especially in the community-based multiplayer stuff, man. This is I mean, we had our community in there. We just in our community. We went in, we announced it the other day. We were like, hey, we're going to jump in and we're going to play as soon as we're done live here. And we quickly had to build 2 lobbies, and, had to get a whole bunch of people in just to play Breachers because we had so many people that wanted to play. You had over 20 people that just want to jump in like in the spur of the moment. They want to play, and the same thing with Ghost of Tabor. I mean, oh, look at the bird. That's awesome. What kind of bird is that?
There he is. Yeah.
African gray.
An African gray parrot. That's so cool, man.
Look at him waving. I love it.
I love this bird.
He's a cutie. Just woke up. He's a bit of got his sleeping feathers all puffed up.
Proper D, could you be any cooler? Is it possible?
Just because I got a parrot.
The only thing is cooler is Scott's new car that he's got to get wrapped. Todd, can we see that picture real quick before we say goodbye to these guys?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Well, we already have the Honda wrapped, right?
Yeah,
you saw.
That thing.
Now I'm wrapping my other car.
Yeah, you have a wrap on. You have a Ghost of Tabor wrap on your Honda. That is absolutely killer looking. Like when you see it, you're like, oh my god, this is amazing.
You guys had it at the Ghost of Tabor launch party, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Proper drove it up and back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only 3-hour drive.
Before we show this, I just wanted to shout out to Rudy in chat who says that he literally bought a Quest 2 so he could play Tabor. He should have his Quest 2 today or tomorrow the next day.
Hell yeah.
Blowing our minds how many people have said that, like, and like hit us up. Like,
awesome.
yo, we bought a headset for you all. And it's like, what's like, thank you, but like, fuck, what did we create? Like, I say it all the time, like, what did we do? Like, what were we thinking? Like, it just blew our minds, man. It really blew our minds.
And then you did this to your Porsche.
Holy shit, dude! Look at this, man. This is gonna be amazing.
But now it does have all blacked out wheels, so it'll look a lot better.
Right. So I don't have those, but still.
This is just the mock-up from the company.
Look at all the bullet holes all along the roof.
Didn't see the bullet holes.
Yeah, it's like made out of concrete. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That is so cool. That definitely beats the backdrop you gave me from the Ghost of Tabor launch party.
Yeah, you got the backdrop. He's sending me this. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm sending Todd the Porsche.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. He probably deserves it for all he's had to do in the Discord.
Oh no, sure. It's not a big deal.
Guys, thank you so much for being here tonight. Do me a favor real quick before you go. Just let me know, give me a quick, tell her, tease some people with something. Give them something that they need to be looking for from Ghost of Tabor.
Duncan? I need you to go so I can think of something.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
something that might be coming up that you could say maybe maybe. Yeah.
I think there's a lot coming. The biggest thing we're working on is optimizations. Island is such a big map, and there's still another half that's just not even ready yet, and it'll probably be ready at a later time. But Streets is our Streets map is coming very, very, very soon. Seb is working his tail off on that. We're in the blocking phase right now, so it'll be a little bit longer. But just hang in there. It's going to be worth it. Very tight, CQB, dark. Nice. It's going to be a night map. environment.
Cool.
You're going to see a lot more interactions coming for a lot of those that have played today. You see a van in your safe house now to go to the market.
Saw
Here
that,
soon, you're
yeah.
going to have to grab the door handle on the van, and it'll take you to the safe house, and you'll spawn behind at the market behind the van, and then you'll go back
Cool.
up to the van to go back to your safe house. You're going to be seeing the character level system that will interact with your trader levels. You're going to see the safe house upgradable is going to start becoming upgradable and unlockable like that. It's not going to be wide open anymore. You're really going to start to grind for that.
Yep.
And unfortunately, our new save system, which comes with everything, will bring another wipe.
Don't say it.
But it's only the wipe of your inventory. It's not your money or your reputation.
Okay,
It's
that's
only the
cool. So you're
stuff
not
on the
starting.
walls.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, so you're not starting from super scratch.
Not
You're
starting from over.
You don't
You
have
get
to
to keep
like.
all your cash, all
There
your
you go.
your level with the traders. It's just that we have to wipe the stuff off your walls, or stuff will be fucking broken,
That's
and
it.
we can't. It's already broken enough. We don't need to break it more.
That's
I
it.
know I'm
So-
going to hear this question a million times, but is there going to be time for people, like an announcement, like a day or
Yes.
something, so people can sell their shit so they can keep their money?
Yeah, we'll
I'm
give
gonna get
everybody
asked a million
probably give
times.
everybody a several days heads up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we did last time was like, okay, we'll be done on this day for this wipe, so we're good. And that's why we told everybody so soon. And then we had to delay it.
Right.
And this time we will give you a heads up after we know the wipe is good to go, and then we will wipe like 2 days after we have an internally successful patch
Gotcha.
to push. But there's a lot coming, man. These guys are. I think the cool thing is cooking in the future in your kitchen area
Yeah.
on the
hell
hot
yeah.
plate.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I've always
Coffee
wanted to make
actually
a
working.
peanut butter sandwich in VR, so you're gonna have peanut butter sandwiches you can make in
Is it
VR.
going to be like
Oh,
like
a cooking game
MRE
in
peanut
Tabor, that'd
butter
be
coming
great.
out of a tube? Please tell me. that.
No, it's gonna be you have to dip a knife in
I
like
want
a
MRE
bottle.
peanut butter in a tube that I can squeeze out.
Oh
You
my
gotta
God.
dip a knife in, and then there's actually something you've never heard of. It's called canned bread.
It's the first time I ever seen
Canned
it.
bread?
Real
What
thing.
is that?
Canned bread. And you're
Yeah.
gonna get slices of canned bread out of cans
That's
that you
cool.
find, and spread peanut butter on with a knife and eat it.
Awesome.
And there's a lot, man. There's so much we want to do with this game. Like, and we talked about the launch party. Like, I don't see us being done with this for even happy for 3 years, 2 years, 5 years. Like, I don't know when we'll stop. We already have more games planned for this universe, where you'll still see Advantage, and all the Advantage
Cool.
is our umbrella.
That's awesome.
So you'll see that. You'll see the Doctor a lot more. We're gonna
Yeah,
start
hell yeah.
spreading some more lore here soon. The Doctor. The Doctor will be heavily featured in the second game.
He's shaking his head.
Yeah,
The
But yeah,
doctor
we-
slash tutorial guy.
yeah,
That's
both.
right.
So I feel like there's a lot we wanna do, and there's a lot of time to do it in, and we want to make sure it's right, because I feel like we're doing something that VR has been missing. Soul says it all the time. It's the grind and the progression that he's always missed from VR games, and we really want to
Absolutely.
drive that home.
Yeah.
And I
That
really
feeling
want to
I've
make you
been-
all hate your lives.
Hell yeah, man! This is the game that brings you back. This is the game. This is the one. This is the one.
I
that you
remember
won't ever
the
like,
first night that Todd played, and he was like, "Nah, it's not really for me."
No.
And now Todd plays.
yeah,
Now I'm addicted.
constantly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I,
No, it's that feeling. I've been waiting for such a long time for a game that I can, because I used to play a lot of MMOs, and so I kept thinking like, I wish I could just like grind towards like getting this legendary weapon that I can just hold in my hands, you know, just like a
Yep.
fiery axe or some shit like that. And now it's I mean, it's the equivalent. You've got your bunker, your gun wall and stuff like that. You've got this like display cabinet essentially of all of these legendary weapons that you can like murder people for to bring home. And it's exactly that feeling, that pirate sort of mentality of just needing to collect all this treasure and like hold it and just sort of, what do you call it when you
We call them hoarders over here. Yeah.
yeah, I guess hoarding of it.
yeah.
There's just
We
like a
have a lot of-
dragon and it's like golden coin lair. What do they
The
call that? I
lead
don't-
hoarder was in the chat earlier, Z-Storm.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
he is.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
Watch that dude stack cans every day for like 6 hours. on
That was,
average.
that was one of the amazing things too. Is at the launch party. You know, so you guys brought down two of the biggest
Short
supporters.
stacks in chat as well.
Yeah. Oh, is he here? What's
Yeah,
up,
he is,
Stacks?
yeah.
How you
Oh,
doing,
Short's in
buddy?
here.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
sent Short a picture of some short blue jean cutoff shorts earlier that were
Nice.
for sale on my Facebook page. They're like
Oh my
an
God.
ad from a company.
That's amazing. But yeah, you guys brought Short Stacks down for the launch party, and Tribe Grey Wolf and his wife
Z.
Jordan and Z Storm and
Awakened Toast. We brought
yeah,
Awakened
right.
Toast
I
in
forgot
too,
about
yeah.
Toast is a
Awakened
cool
Toast.
guy too.
And
Who else?
you had
J
Julian
Bar.
Slater, yeah, J Bar, J Brat, Julian Slater, which is Techman
Techman
Jim,
Jim, yeah.
and some of his team Infinite came, and yeah, it was just an amazing party. But you guys did something nice for Z Storm and Short Stacks, because they were like, some of the two earliest supporters, streaming, Ghosts of Tabor really early on and supporting it. And Short Stacks got the Pancake Award, or what
The
was
Content Creator of the Year award. Yeah.
Yeah, the Content Creator of the Year award, which was a stack of pancakes.
Pancakes.
Short stack.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was a trophy that looked exactly like a buttered, stack of pancakes. It was awesome. And then Z Storm got the Z Storm got the can award, which is
the Hoarder of the Year award. Yeah,
I love it, man.
So I think the person that's got a really cool thing coming up that I would love to share, and he just sent me the face photos. After we're done with the couple new backpacks and the new characters here soon, we're gonna be adding one more trader.
Nice.
And it's gonna be basically a hobo at a cardboard table, and he's gonna sell cigarettes, liquor, and cigars.
Love it.
And you guess who it's gonna be?
Oh man, is it gonna be J Bar? Because he looks.
J Bar.
I was gonna say he's got the handle. he's got the mustache to be.
It's gonna be perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh man, that is awesome.
After meeting J
Just
Bar, I was like,
imagine
oh,
that sort of blue cooler box thing going on.
just a cardboard table that just like sitting there, like, and he's just sitting there like looking around. Can't wait.
Oh my God! Look at these! Look at these two! Look at these two!
Man, the funniest thing was when I told Stack he could cut his shorts.
Oh my God! Yeah, I was there.
And I
probably
handed him
grinned
this
from
knife.
ear to ear.
I handed him this Microtech knife that is a switchblade, like razor knife.
And he just cut.
And he's just like in the back, just like cutting against his leg. And I'm like, hey, you should take your pants off before you have to go to the hospital.
Yeah, exactly.
And he cut him off, man. He walked out, and it was are you drinking toilet hooch again? I told you got to cut that out.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. It looks horrible on screen because I've got the green screen thing going on.
Yeah.
It just turns it into like a nice,
it's like toilet liquor,
brown sludge color.
But yeah, he cut those shorts, cut those pants and the shorts, man, and he came out with that bow tie, and I thought I was just gonna piss laughing. Like it was the greatest thing.
Yep. Stack says I did what had to be done.
He did, and he did. It was amazing. I mean, how could you have the guy that doesn't wear pants at a party?
Show
like,
up in a suit? Yeah, come on.
Yeah, it felt like it
100%.
was, and he had a bow tie on, which just completed it. 100%.
Oh my God! It was such a good look.
It was great, man.
It was one of the fun nights. It was one of the coolest nights of my VR career to be able to be there and do that and celebrate with you guys. And
the content creator dinner was awesome.
That was
awesome
so much
time
fun.
too, man.
Yep.
Great restaurant.
Yeah, it was amazing. We had just gotten there for that, and then we were able to go and hang out at the one of the hotels later, and just kind of sit around like a fire pit and just, like you said, smoke some cigars, have a few drinks. Everybody got a chance to relax a little bit. Your whole team got a chance to just take a breath, man, for a minute and enjoy things.
That was on Friday.
Yep.
The launch party was on Saturday. We launched on Monday, and we were still going back. We were still fixing stuff that Meta was telling us to fix through our publisher. Meta hadn't even approved us for App Lab yet. So that night, we're all sitting around the fire pit. They're getting ready to push the patch, and Fish goes over and he clicks update. And he's like, Scott, come here. And I'm like, what's up, man? And he's like, look at this. I look, and I almost cried. Like, I'm a fucking dude. I'm a man, all right? But that almost brought me to fucking tears. I was so happy and just like, because we've been working so hard, and we kept, like, we failed the time before because we had application spacework enabled, and it's not able to use it on AppLab to pass VRC checks, and we didn't even we were working so long hours we didn't even catch it, so we failed a check, and it's like, oh my God, like,
right.
And they're like, hey, you have one more chance, or it may take a couple months, and we did it. Like, we're like, okay, we got it this time. We know we got it, and we were doing this. What, Duncan? Like, you were here in my kitchen working on the laptop.
Damn, that was the week of the launch party.
Yeah, like we were trying to push this to Meta one last time because we knew what we had and we couldn't understand why it was failing. And it was because we had space warp enabled and we didn't know it was enabled. And it kept killing our frames for the VRC check. And finally, like, hey, your frames are too low. We're like, how? Like, how are they too low? And then Ray was like, we have fucking space warp enabled.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, son of a bitch. So we resubmitted and we got it that night when everybody was around and smoked a cigar and drank some more and had a great evening. And I think we got kicked out of the outside venue.
We did. They're like, you guys got to go.
Too noisy.
Yeah, too noisy. It's 11 o'clock. Like, you got to go in. So we took it into the lobby.
That's it, man. Nobody wanted to leave, man. I remember leaving that night and like people were starting to do shots. I'm like I'm see you guys. I gotta get out of here. There was a big old jug of vodka somewhere. I'm like, I gotta go.
Man, yeah, I brought it inside. And 35 minutes later, I walked over. I was just going to like start packing stuff, and the vodka went from like this much missing to this much left.
Yeah.
In a matter of 35 minutes, and I'm just like, what happened? Like, someone's not making it to the party tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, so it was a good time, man. I was probably one of the best nights of my life. So,
can I just take a second just before we sign off? Because I hear Scott like giving a lot of praise, and he says thank you a lot, and he thanks people, and he acknowledges people. I just want to take a second to really acknowledge Scott in all of this and just say thank you to him. He's got a heart of gold. He's just an incredible leader, and he's just been driving this the whole time, and he's been driving it so well, and as a decent human being, in my opinion, and that's a rare combo. And I just want to share my appreciation for Scott, and I think he really does deserve it from all of us.
I know I wouldn't let Ray do that at the launch party. I cut him off. So couldn't do it.
That is
I appreciate
well said, man. That is
appreciate
extremely well said.
But I don't get it twisted. I have a reputation to uphold, and I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that moment has passed.
Yeah. Guys,
no, you guys are all awesome. I love the team. I love all you guys. I am super proud and happy to be a small part of it. And thank you guys from all of Impact Reality and all of us here. And we appreciate it. Thank you for coming here for Q2C VR Gamer and hanging out with us for way over the time that we said, man. You guys are awesome.
Thanks for giving us a shout weeks ago. Like, before we even started working together, like you all were dialed in on us, man, and we appreciate the fuck out of it,
man. Hell yeah!
As
soon as I got in that game, man, as soon as I got in, I was like, this is special.
You got like 90 people watching right now. I fucking love every one of you. Like, thanks for making our dreams come true. Like, you are propelling us mentally into the stratosphere, and again, we would be nothing without you all. So,
hell yeah,
appreciate it.
Awesome, guys. Let's do this again, man. Let's
please let me know
now when there's another update, maybe when PlayStation.
Yeah, for sure.
Launches.
I think I have another podcast I'm doing on Saturday. What was it? Is it with Jay Brat?
Yeah, I think it's Jay Brat and the Full Dive Gaming, podcast. I think you were going to record that, so that'll be coming soon. Everybody take a look out for that, and we'll all be there watching.
And if you want me to do podcasts, please contact my public relations firm, Impact. Please contact Eric, Toderator, the moderator, Skiba, and Jasmine. Actually, you know what? Just contact Jasmine.
Pretty much, she's running the show.
We all know who the boss is there. Just contact Jasmine. Creeper Betty, it's good to see you in chat. I love you.
Awesome. Love you guys, man. Appreciate it.
Have
a great night, guys. Scott, feel better, man.
You got it, guys. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
See you.
Oh, man, Todd. What a freaking we say this all the time, and it gets
every time, old, right?
It probably gets old when I say it. I know, but seriously, how can you ask for two better people than that? Like, and to make a great game, and they have a great team together as a whole. They're just good people, man. And I'm telling you, literally, when Scott says before that game launched, they were just hopeful that they could sell enough just to pay their employees. That's all he was worried about. Like, I remember talking to him early on, and he's like, look, we don't know how this is going to go. We just, we think we have something special, but we don't know how it's going to go. We just want to get through and get to the launch so we can make sure that we can pay our people. So we don't have to lay our people off and they can get paid.
Right. And then they hired more developers. All the guys that have been there forever took a huge pay cut. Scott took no money just so that he could pay all the other people, just so they could get this thing launched. And, they see the bigger picture. That's the biggest thing. The takeaway is they saw the big picture and thought, you know what? I don't care about all the people that said, no, we can't get this done. We're doing it.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's
amazing.
Yep. It's so good, crazy. Todd, do me a favor. Can you send D the link, please, in our chat? Thank you. D, if you were out there, it is time to get you in here, girl. So I apologize. I was supposed to give you a heads up before that was over, but it was just so freaking good, man. And I was so into the interview, it was tough for me to even focus on anything else. But it was just, I was just super happy. Like Scott said, I was all over this game before I'd even met them, man. I had played it and I'm like, man, this game is awesome. This game is something special. I need to figure this out. Like I remember talking to Skiva and Jasmine and going, guys, this game's special. Let's talk to them. I want to help. I want to be part of it. I think we can help. I think they have something special. Let's get in there and talk to them. And we just immediately hit it off with them. And it was a great game, but even better team, even better people. And man, what a great interview, man. That was super fun. I had a lot of fun doing that.
Super fun.
Let's give away a key. What do you think?
I don't know if Dee's around with a wheel. Let me pull the wheel up and see how it's.
She's in chat, so she should be. But you got to put the link over in Discord.
I did.
So she can get in. Oh, okay. It's not okay. Which Discord?
She's here.
Oh, okay. D, what's going on, girl?
What's up?
What's
D,
up?
what did you think of that freaking awesome interview, man?
I caught the tail end of it because work has just been
busy.
Let's
you gotta watch
say
the replay. D is so good.
Take the whole freaking year's worth of Mondays and cram it into this last hour and a half. I feel defeated right now. That's how bad it was.
Yeah.
But
we got Airborne
I'm okay.
Elite. Yeah, that's good. Airborne Elite in chat says, where can we get that hat? And Scott just said that soon on their website. Ghosts of Tabor hat. Like that.
I have one of those hats too. I wore it, I don't know, I'm gonna say 10 minutes. And my son ripped off my head, and I haven't seen it.
He's like, that's mine.
He wears it everywhere. We were in Honduras for 2 weeks. He wore it every single day. He just loves it.
That's awesome.
Yep,
oh my God. Wes says improper D.
Improper D.
Oh, I should have. Damn it.
You could have changed your name to Improper D. That would have been awesome.
Like I said, soul crushing today, man.
So give us. Yeah, what's the haps? Tell us all about. Give us some names of people that were pissing you off.
Well, I can't give out names, but when you get called to see you next Tuesday,
no way, did they really?
Because of your billing?
That's your fault. Like
I know.
I love people. Like you're gonna yell at some lady on the phone because you think
the corporation has done something.
Yeah, exactly. What people are just idiots.
Exactly, assholes.
Well, you know what, D?
Assholes.
Here you have a platform. You can call them out right now. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yell at him.
Martha from Connecticut. Fuck you.
Poor Martha.
Why Connecticut, dude?
I don't know. It just came to my mind.
Yeah, poor Connecticut, man.
Guys, see, I'm feeling better already. Thank you.
How about this? I had just basically hit Scott with, hey, we're going to be doing this thing for Soul BC, and he's like, I'm like, because I just said, I was just in passing when we started. I'm like, hey, I'm going to do I said, I'm getting ready Saturday. I'm doing this kick-ass stream for Soul, so I'm kind of like getting myself, getting mentally ready for it. And he's like, oh, you're going to do what? And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do this thing for Soul and his wife. And he's like, really? He's like, and then he didn't, he was like, yeah, that's super cool. And then right in the middle of the show, he's like, how about we start out with your stream and we're going to donate $2,000 right off the bat to your stream for Soul BC. How the hell great is that, man? Dude, how great is that, dude?
It's going to be a great stream on the weekend.
Everybody.
Yeah, it is. And Scott is right, man. Soul BC is freaking so good, man. Some of his TikToks are just amazing. When you have Jasmine, who is great at TikToks, right? Jasmine's one of the best people at TikToks that I know. And she is like gushing over how good Soul BC is. That's how good this dude is.
You changed my name. I did not give you permission to do that, dude.
I did it.
Improper D.
Just take out the hyphen, dude. I don't like it.
It seemed fitting.
Take out the hyphen.
So Creepy Betty, what's up, Betty? How are you doing? Betty says Soul BC said literally brought him to tears, by the way, when he heard that. And Betty said, how did I miss that? How did you miss that, Betty? Were you not here?
I don't know. Maybe she wasn't here. It was right at the beginning.
The short stack
I think
says,
we need to give
amazing.
away a key to Ghost of Tabor.
Let's do it, man. Let's give away a key to Ghost of Tabor. And thank you to because we were in the heart of the interview. I didn't get a chance to say proper thank you to Alex Kubakawa, man, Kubo92 for donating another key to Ghost of Tabor in the middle of chat, man. That was awesome.
Here we go. And this will be a key of choice, Steam or Quest. How about that?
Damn, there you go. I like it.
Who is it gonna be? Remember, the only way to get on this wheel is if you say something in chat. Say hello, say hi, say Eric's got funny glasses. Oh, no, that's me.
Wait a minute, that's you. Yeah, that's not me.
Mickey Bear.
Mickey Burr.
There you go. Mickey Burr. I know Mickey already has the game, but he can donate it to somebody else. I know he had to leave chat, so he is not here right now. So we'll get in touch with Mickey and let him know that he's got it, and then if he wants to redonate it, or if he wants to, if he has somebody out there that he knows that might want it. So yeah, that'd be cool. But congratulations, Mickey. There you go, man. And I know you can pass that on to somebody else who really wants to play. And D, I really want to play. I'm going to play it Saturday.
Yeah.
D, what are you playing Sunday?
No.
Yeah. What are you going to on your first ever live Twitch stream?
Yeah,
what are
my
you
first
stream?
ever. Yeah, Resident Evil 8.
What?
Resident Evil 8.
Resident Evil 8.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited, but I'm not. If you can tell.
It's
gonna be fun.
Yeah, fun for you guys.
Here's what you do. You come and hang out with come and hang out with me and Betty and Soul and some of the other content creators on Saturday, and you just play and have fun. So then you can scare yourself shitless on Sunday. I know. Get the breath, dude. If you thought that that Walking Dead Saints and Sinners was going to be scary, this is like scary personified. Yeah. Wait till you have one of those freaking lichens chomping on your fingers,
dude.
biting your fingers off.
This may be the shortest freaking first stream ever, dude.
I think this is gonna be great. I can't wait, man. This is gonna be fun.
Oh my
god.
Gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna Xanax. Anybody? No, wait. I live in a legal state now. Gummies.
Yeah, you're good. You can just
right.
Colorado time it up.
Yep.
Hey, Wes is in chat. What is up, Wes? How you doing, man? That was another person that we should mention. If I didn't see him earlier, but I would have mentioned. Wes has put a ton of time into Ghosts of Tabor too, as part of the Impact Reality team, working his ass off, trying to keep that. Can you imagine a 30,000 plus person Discord? And an active Discord? Yeah, right. And it takes a lot of people, man. Wes has put a ton of time in. Wes helped set up that whole Discord. He helped kind of like him and Jasmine and Todd, kind of went in there and ripped apart everything and built the channels up and made it what it was supposed to be like, and made it a good place to be. And they have and all the other moderators in there too. All the moderators in the Ghost of Tabor Discord that are like that are just
they're awesome.
volunteers.
Yeah, there's so many of them, and yeah, they're doing a great job.
Yeah.
D,
yes.
So let's talk. So you said you had a bad day.
Yeah.
But you're here now, and you can and you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk some Breachers.
Okay.
Did you play Breachers yet?
No, because I don't have a key, but I just got paid today, so.
But guess what? You don't have to, because I think Skiva said he got you a key. I asked Skiva to get another key, and I think he got you a key. So I think we have you a key for Breachers.
You're gonna love it. It's really good.
Yeah,
dude, I've seen the gameplay and everything. I can't freaking wait, dude.
Yeah,
it's better than I expected when I went in, and I was like, oh my god, this is it's just an easy game to just jump in and play. Strangers, friends, doesn't matter. Every time I've played so far, it's just been with random people, and it's been great.
Oh, really? Yeah, because I haven't yet to play with random people. I've
only been playing
every time I've been
I've
been in with full lobbies of our people.
Yeah, and it's been good.
I don't like some of these comments I'm seeing over here. If she thought that was scary, RE8 is going to give her a heart attack. So I need to stop. Like, if I can just see the names and not the comments for the wheel, I'll be all right.
Right. But Soak said he played his first match today, and he had so much fun. So yeah, it's pretty cool. The whole mechanic of that game is pretty well done. So.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to like here, and it was awesome to hear Scott talking about how how happy he was with Breachers. I mean, two games are pretty well much competing with each other, a little bit. I mean, not exactly the same type of game, but it's whenever anytime you're on a platform, you're competing a little bit. It's nice to hear another dev like saying, "Great game, hats off. I hope they do they're going to do really well. I'm glad they're doing really well." And he's saying possible game of the year for Breachers, and and I think Ghost of Tabor is right there. You know what I mean? Ghost of Tabor is a way broader scope of a game, and
it's far more complicated, way more
exactly
intricate and detailed. They're definitely not the same genre of game.
no.
I see Breachers more of a wave. Well, not a wave shooter, but
it's just a very fast-paced shooter. So there's no progression, and there's no progression there. And that's one of the things the probably one of the only knocks against it is, I've heard several people say, it's a fun game, but I need more maps, number one, which I do think they'll have very soon. But also people have been asking for some type of progression system or, like a what do they call them when you a season, you know what I mean? A season pass or a
like a
battle
season pass
pass.
that
Yeah,
unlocks
battle
stuff.
pass
Yeah, they
or
definitely need
something.
something to keep people in for longevity, right? Because people are
Yeah.
gonna get bored if there's no reward. So
Yep. So I think they need something there, and that's where I think Ghost of Tabor differs, right? So, maybe Breachers is a little more polished, but Ghost of Tabor is deeper, and it brings you back in, and there's going to be so much more to do there,
yeah,
and progression is going to be a big focus moving forward with the traders and different things, and you're not going to be able to unlock this until you level up. So there's going to be a lot more involved here with Ghost of Tabor, I think, where I think Breachers has legs where it can keep going, but and I think was a techno glitch last night on Virtual Strangers said, I think if this game doesn't get another map, it's going to be dead in a month, and I don't think it's going to be dead in a month, but I do think it does need um a map. It does need a new map, but maybe not in a month. I think it can last. I think it has enough
right.
legs to get past that.
Can Cam in chat says it's Tabor getting a battle pass, and the answer is no. And
Yep.
then I saw a little bit further down Scott's back in chat, and he says they will
Oh yeah,
not have a
Scott's
battle
there.
pass.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
no battle
No, I
pass.
mean and I think you don't need. See, that's where it's different. Where I think maybe Breachers does need a battle pass
Needs a
to
battle
do
pass. I
something.
agree. Yeah.
Tabor doesn't need. Ghost of Tabor does not need a battle pass because of number one, they will have wipes, and number two, there's enough here to progress yourself, and you're going to have to build yourself up. You're going to have to.
Grind.
You're going to lose gear. You're going to have to grind to get gear. You're going to have to grind to build your levels with the traders. There's
Right.
enough here. The progression is here where you're going to have to work to get at things. This is not just a get in and shoot and get out. This is a get in, get a certain piece of gear that you need to level up a trader or to do this or to do that, and then,
Or just
grab
collect
some
10 water bottles, or just go grab
right.
10 med kits because you need those for a trader or a quest, or
Right, or
this
grab
is so
something you
much
need
more
for your
involved.
safe house. You know what I mean? There's going to be things that you can
Or
be able
even
to
that,
do
yeah.
in your safe house that you're going to need to find in raid. So it's not going to be just going about in raid and just going, and blindly trying to kill as many people as possible. That's a good big part of it. But going in a raid and looking for certain things and trying to find that one thing you need to get you another level in a trader, or that one thing that you need to complete something in your safe house so you can build to the next level. And there's so much more coming with that stuff. So yeah, I mean, a battle
Salewa
pass is
kit?
just not necessary. Oh, there it is, the Salewa kit.
Damn it.
I'll shoot Todd in the back for his Salewa kit.
I think I
A
have.
gas analyzer.
Who did
Tarkov.
that was you.
Oh my god, Tarkov in the beginning when you're trying to reach the flea market level to where you can open the
Right.
the open flea market, and you got to get like certain things, man. And you're like trying to find that gas analyzer, and you're trying to find like Salewa kits. It's like,
And someone on your team gets one, and you're like,
I may have to shoot you in the back.
I may have to shoot you.
Too funny.
Shoot now, apologize later.
That's it. Oh my god, love it.
But I was gonna say about Ghost of Tabor, sometimes it's where in Reachers, it's every time it's get in, kill everyone, plant the bomb, get out. Well, you don't have to get out; you just have to plant the bomb, survive. With Breach or with Ghost of Tabor, there's lots of times where I've gone in with an empty backpack and a handgun, and ideally I don't want to see anybody.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
you just want to get
sneaky,
out,
crawling around, going to where I want to go to get the things I want, and then getting the hell out before I have to interact with anyone. And that kind of adrenaline just makes me want to do it again and do it again.
Yeah.
And like Scott says, he knows at the very beginning when I played this when it first came out, like months and months and months ago, I liked it, but I wasn't a huge fan.
No, because you weren't a big Tarkov fan. Like I remember we got you into Tarkov, and literally that's what happened. I mean, we got in there and with Roots and Radio Run, and I think it was D, and me and you kind of like team wiped everybody, and you're like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, this game's
You're like, I'm not coming
Never
back.
to be seen
You
from
literally
again.
after that. I don't think you've been back in since then.
No.
So,
No,
yeah.
nope.
But you know,
It's not my style.
yeah,
But
I
there's
get
enough
it.
difference here that I just don't notice that.
Yeah,
Like, I
no, it
want to
is.
go back in. So
Yeah, and that's why I had 160 hours into this game before I even met with Scott.
yeah, right.
Literally, I was just playing
Yeah.
this game. I just was hooked in this game, and I couldn't get out of it. Like literally, I wanted to play nothing else, and I'm still there. Like I literally want to get in. Like I was in with Betty the other night, and we were doing a raid, and we ended up going to a spot. It was just pretty hot. There was a ton of people there, and we had gotten a firefight, and she got killed. And I killed the guy that killed her, and I killed his partner, and they had a ton of gear. And I'm just loaded now. I have all these great weapons, and I just need to get out. And Betty's dead. I'm still talking to her over Discord, and I'm like, Betty, I just need to get 400 meters to this extract point. And of course, it's probably the hottest area to get through to get to the extract point. And I know I'm going to come across people, and I do. And I start, because I can't fight at this point. I got weapons all over the place. I got a weapon on my chest. I got 2 weapons in my hand. I'm trying to get Betty's gear out too. And I don't want to get into a firefight because I just want to get out. And I come across all these people. I move to another spot to try and get away from them. Do I run right smack dab into another dude coming down the same path? I end up killing him, and then his partner comes up and kills me from behind. So I'm like, damn it, man. It's like you like those trade-offs when you kill people and grab their gear, but then it's like just
so
let me get out.
Yeah.
I just need to get across the map to get out. You know what I mean? And I can't, so it's just that's the hook, man. That's the hook that keeps bringing me back. And then, the next time you do get out and you like get that weapon, that's like, holy crap.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Love it. Did you see?
I just want to tease the giveaways for tonight. We're going to give away 2 copies of Synth Riders tonight with some DLCs. A key to Walkabout because it launched today on 420.
Yeah.
And we're also going to draw for the last worker from the comment section on last week's episode.
Dude, we had a ton of people who wanted that, by the way.
Yeah, there's like 30 comments or something.
That's a lot, man. That's for commenting after, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, man.
I made my first TikTok the other day, Todd.
I know. I had to help you. It was like
You did too, dude. I was like as many YouTube videos as I've made. I've never made a TikTok, and it's like a little kid making a TikTok. I'm like, how do I do this? Because again,
what's this button do?
It's not even that. It's like what makes a good TikTok, and like literally, and because the TikTok audience has about a 3-second attention span, you have to make these things so damn quick. So how do you get any like that's why Soul BC
and it's a short time. Yeah,
that's why like people like Soul BC and Jasmine amaze me and how they make these TikToks, and any of these other big TikTokers that you see that do well with it. It just fascinates me. I'm just right now.
Amazing.
Genghis is great, dude. She's so freaking funny, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just amazes me. I'm just like, and anytime I'm talking to these people, I'm always just like, I'm a sponge of information. I just want to hear as much as I can. I was talking to like Justin Weeb. Like Justin Weeb has a great TikToker, dude, and that I could talk to that dude for hours. Tribe is great too. Yeah. He can make a TikTok out of anything, by the way. It doesn't even have to be about a game or VR or anything.
Yeah.
You can just have his music, Todd.
It's great. Like a boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god! I thought you were never gonna play. I love that drop, by the way. That's one of my favorites. Todd,
I gotta put some time to make some more drops.
I was gonna say just before the show, me and Todd was like, I need to make more drops. We need to do more drops. We will. We'll do some more drops. I want to do some more for like our patrons. Like I would love to have a drop. Like I don't even know how you would do it to have that many because we have a ton of patrons. But I would like a drop for every patron.
I can use the Stream Deck and do it.
Like what would I do for Bluebell? I mean, what's the drop for Bluebell?
And that's just it too, right? Like
let it
you do these things, and then you're like, am I going to offend this person by doing this drop? Like,
Could anybody's drop? Could anybody's drop beat?
Make me a drop, and you made it for me.
Could anybody's drop beat Orland Hooper's drop? I mean,
no, of course not.
Orland Hooper's jacked, yo. He is jacked. Oh man, too funny. Too funny. All right, let's talk Walkabout real quick because you did bring it up, and I do want to just say that I didn't play it. We've had it for like a week. Did you play it, D? You've had access, right? You had access.
Yeah.
Too? Todd?
Did not. I was gonna play it before the show tonight, and I went into Ghosts of Tabor instead.
The problem with Walkabout is I love it, and it's a good problem, but they're dropping courses so fast now that like literally we always try and say, because they're nice enough to put us in the press access, and me and D and Todd, for Q2C VR Gamer, and also Wes and Roots for Virtual Strangers, we're all in the press access, so we get the build for at least maybe almost a week before, usually right about a week before.
Yeah.
And usually we try and get in, we try and at least play 9 holes, and record it so we have stuff for them, and we like to, when they give us access to things, we like to respect that and try and cover it in some way. But damn, man, I don't have the time, man.
Well, this week has just been a gong show, so I definitely didn't have the time, unfortunately, which is unfortunate.
I've heard it's pretty great, though. I mean, people were telling me it's pretty awesome. I've seen a couple of things. Did you guys see VR Val did like a live stream today, and she dressed up in like Egyptian gear, like Cleopatra, and holy crap, she's going full blown, dude. She's not messing around.
She is not messing around. Yeah,
D, you should.
She used to be Saber Mom.
You should do this for your stream. You should dress up like Lady Dimitrescu. Dimitrescu.
Yeah, okay. And how many days? No,
what?
Not gonna happen.
Sunday. You should. That would be
seriously.
Perfect
No, dude. No, it's not gonna happen.
That would be cool, though.
In the future, maybe, dude. I haven't even. Give me some time, man. The thing ain't even created yet.
Too funny. I can't wait for this, by the way. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into it. I think me and Todd talked about trying to get into it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. D, maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow, maybe.
I mean, anytime before I go to work at 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
Thomas McDonald said, "Did she kiss her asp?" You know who else likes to kiss her asp?
My mom.
There she is, Mister.
Let's have a quick look. It's called Temple at Zerzura. This is an odd trailer. This is from Walkabout's website.
Really?
Yeah.
They didn't really show the course at all.
No.
I don't think I saw one putt or anything.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Anybody in chat play it yet today? Anybody? Let me just see what everybody's playing. Brandon VR says it was fun. We played easy mode. Echo in the Future says Orland is hoarding all the jacked.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? Echo, and he's pretty jacked.
He's pretty jacked.
Wes says every other week with these guys. I know. Literally, it's like the courses are dropping like crazy, man. They're all over the place. And there was other games that dropped today too.
Shelby says it was good, but not great. So
okay.
I think we're gonna get into it. Maybe tomorrow we'll jump in and play around, see what it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, and other games dropped today. Medieval dropped today. Really good deal on Steam. If you want to go pick it up, you can get the flat version plus the VR version of the game.
Like
I think
$15.
Yeah, no, it was cheaper than that. I think it was $11.
Something like that.
Yeah,
wow.
$11. If you buy it today, because it was on deal of the day today. So I think it was a pretty good deal, man. And I'll try and get into it this weekend as well and play it too, because it's my kind of game. It's that boomer shooter type game. You know what I mean? So I like getting
25 Canadian, so it's got to be like $20.
No,
Medieval, is that what you're talking about?
No, a medieval, AMID evil.
Yeah.
There's a flat version, and I paid $11. I bought it today. I paid $11 or $12.
Yeah, if you buy just the one version alone, it's like 20-something bucks.
Yeah, no, you got to buy the bundle.
Combo.
Yeah, the bundle is the
like
sale.
79% off or something like that.
I got you.
You get it was a good deal. Yeah, I think I paid exactly with tax. I think I paid $12. It was with tax.
Awesome.
Irebella72 says I played it. I liked it. At the end of hard, you have to get the ball in the 18th hole, go into the green light, and there's a hidden cat waiting for you in the dark past it.
Oh, a little bit of an Easter egg there. That's cool.
Brandon says James choked on the last hole.
Oh,
you know who else?
Don't
you know who else?
You know who else likes to choke on James?
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm sure that was the word that Mash was gonna.
No, I wasn't even gonna say anything, Todd. You're
Bullshit.
so sick, bro.
Bullshit.
I was gonna
felt
say
it.
it. I
I
don't
felt
care.
your brain just like, oh, I'm gonna say.
No,
Oh, bullshit.
not at all.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
Ghosts of Tabor coming to PlayStation VR 2. You guys heard it here first. September. Beyond Frames is taking care of this shit, man. They're on top of it.
I wanted to dive into that a little more with them, and I completely glossed over it. But can you imagine face haptics, adaptive triggers, the haptics
that's
in
what
the
I'm,
hands?
that's what I'm
It's gonna
saying.
be freaking amazing.
We'll get into it more with them. I would love to, if like Brian Paul would want to have like Scott on the show, you know what I mean, to talk
Yeah,
about what's
that's a
coming
good-
in that version. I think that would be a
once it gets
great idea.
closer.
And maybe we talk to Brian to see if he'd like. He hasn't had any developer. He has had developers on in the past. I remember him having like, Alex Sin from Sin Studios on for Swordsman a few times. He's had some developers on before, so maybe he would want to have him on and talk about the differences of Ghost of Tabor on the PlayStation VR 2. And I know Brian's got to be excited for that game coming
For
to
sure, yeah.
PlayStation VR 2. You know what I mean? So
Brian's an only PlayStation player, so
yeah, of course.
So far, he's not experienced this, and I think, like I said, with the haptic features of that headset, it's going to be awesome.
And I think he actually is going to try. I think we talked to Wes. I think he said he was going to try it just so he had an idea of what it was like. But he does have a Quest 2. He just doesn't.
Yeah,
he prefers to play everything, of course, on PlayStation VR 2. But I think that would be good. Yeah, I think it would be cool. It would be cool to have him, because like I said, I could talk to Scott about PlayStation VR 2, but we don't have that audience that Brian does. I'd love to see Brian, talking just PlayStation VR 2 with Scott and, about just that version of the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be cool. All right, let's see. Wes says stay tuned. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, right.
We'll see.
It could be in the works. We're just spoiling everything for everyone.
Wes, we were supposed to do a 420 show today, man. You never messaged me or nothing. What happened, dude? Wes was probably 420 in it all day and forgot.
That's exactly right. He was on the couch, 420 in it, enjoying his day.
Oh, man. Too funny. Everybody have a good 420 day? Todd, you smoke up a big joint this morning before you went to work?
Oh, yeah.
I did. I ate 4 gummies, passed out.
No, my day was far too busy for any of that.
Do one right now. Do one right now. While
we have one of my clients is a golf course, and they're opening up here soon. And then so today I had to go and set up a bunch of computer equipment for them and stuff. And it snowed all day today. So it felt
really?
weird being on a golf course trying to set up computer stuff. Yeah.
Well, you can go on your walkabout mini golf course. There's no snow there at all. You're in the middle of the desert in
exactly
in
right.
Zahura or whatever the name is.
That to the golf course and let the pros play some Top Golf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, I think. That'd be cool.
D, how much time you got left? Are you done or you gotta go back?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe I caved and I freaking called in for the rest of the night.
What? Did you really? Awesome.
Cool. How dare you? I don't know that.
You know what? Sometimes it's so easy to just request paid time off when it's there and you have a shitty day. And
heck yeah. Yeah. Well, from what you were saying earlier and people were saying to you, you deserve to get the frick out of there, Larry.
Exactly.
Seriously. I would love to see you get out of that job, D. And do something.
Oh no.
Something
well, yeah, I mean that, but I mean I don't want out of this job now. But
let's give a key away to Walkabout Mini Golf now that we're talking about it.
Oh, let's do it, man.
Give me 2 seconds to make sure the wheel is up to date on my end.
It better be.
It disconnects me when I leave it for too long, and I got to redo the fucking connection. It's annoying. All right, there we go.
There should be 109 on there.
Yep. Walkabout for Quest. What's like Walkabout? I'm sure everybody's probably got this game, but if you don't, here's your chance.
Oh, you know what? Tass wants to give away a Swing Plus with this too. Or actually, yeah, let's give it with this. Whoever wins this gets a Swing Plus too from Tass. Holy crap! Tass was just messaging me. He's like, hey, you want to give a Swing Plus away with the key and or as an extra spin? And I said, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's give it away with the key.
There you go.
So Have you guys seen the Mr. Task Swing Plus? Basically, I don't have one handy to show.
Arabella 72 is the winner of the Swing Plus and Walkabout key.
Nice.
Yeah, heck yeah! Congratulations,
If you've
Arabella
got Walkabout
72.
already, feel free to give it to a friend or a relative.
Do you have a Swing Plus there you can show, Todd, real quick? I just
I
don't have one like immediately close to me. I'd have to go like dig one.
don't. No, I don't. I have the Hello Real one.
Garbage.
Yep, sorry, I don't got one.
we want the Mr. Task one. Mr. Task has a cool one. She says, "What? I'll give the key to my son, and I love that Swing Plus. Thank you. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I'm glad that Arabelle doesn't have one. Congratulations. Awesome, Task. Task is awesome. You know what? You know what's a good time now? It's a good time to talk about these, Todd, because Task sent me these to try out.
Hang on one sec. I gotta give Task a shout out here.
Yeah, hell yeah. D, nice background, by the way. That's all.
Thank you. I found it while I was waiting.
I don't have one to show you, but I can show you that. The Swing Plus. It works with Quest or Quest Pro. I'm pretty sure.
The Swing Plus is pretty awesome, man. It is good.
Yeah.
It's a shorter. I like it because it's shorter than most every other like golf club stock you've seen, but it gives you enough handle to where you can actually still go grab the grip button still. Yeah, see how you can
actually still control.
The problem with some of the other golf handles is once you put your hand way up on the no, I'm not going to say it. Once you put your hand way up on the part of the club, you can't reach. You can't touch the grip button anymore. You'd actually have to take your hand off of the club. I'm not going to say the other word, and you'd have to go down and grip. You'd have to. I'm not going to say it, but yeah, that's why I love that thing, man. It's so perfect. So Task sent me some of these things. Now this is we've seen this before from Task. This is a quick aim stock, Todd, which I really like. And I was talking to Scott, and me and you were talking to Scott and Proper right before we started, because I was like, guys, I finally got this thing I've been wanting. I'm going to use it for Tabor, and Proper D love this thing, by the way, and they're doing some stuff on their own too, by the way. Ghosts of Tabor for gun stocks, but Proper D love this thing, man. He's like, that's such a good idea. So I don't think he's actually seen a design like this before. So these were pretty cool, man. This is a quick aim stock, but it fits this, Todd. Fits my Quest Pro controller. Like fits it perfectly. Look at that. And so now I have my Quest Pro controller in there. And then when I wanted to, it's the quick aim. You don't need to like lock it in. You know what I mean? You don't need to have something here to lock it in. To get that steadiness that you want, you can just basically put your pinky.
Yeah, exactly. That's
and then I'm ready to shoot. And then when I'm ready to like detach, it's just letting it go, man. And it fits so good.
Quest Pro and Quest 2.
Yeah, and I was concerned because I was like, Task, how am I going to keep this in there? You know what I mean? How do I keep it so it's not coming out? But there's enough friction here, like friction fit, that it doesn't want to come out at all. But when I want to take it out, I can get it out, because you got to remember you have to charge these things on a dock, right? You have the charger. Where is it? Right there, like on the side. Yeah. So you have to have you can't just plug it in. You know what I mean? So I have to be able to remove these things. So here are the everyday ones that you get. So if you just want like a Kiwi type of grip, or what they would call like I don't know, what would you call it, like an index, a valve index grip, where you have like a knuckle.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, those are cool too. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they do have the mag stocks on the bottom. So I can grab my mini mag stock, and I can use it as a mini mag stock as well. So when I do want the magnet.
I don't have that Task. What the fuck?
So I'm gonna rock and roll. Soul, man, you would love these. Soul, and I think you know who would really like these, and he's been using, like, I always see short stacks. He's using ProTube. But I think, especially for Ghosts of Tabor, like, I think I would probably go to ProTube maybe a little more than Breachers on a ProTube. But even that, I really wanted these. That's why I asked Task to send them to me so I could try them, because I really like the idea of the quick aim, because you're looting so much in Ghosts of Tabor that you need both hands free.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be able to just use that, either use the quick aim where you can detach, or just have it, or the quick aim where you can just don't have to detach, or the mini mag stock where you can just pop it off real easy too.
Yeah.
You know, Stack says he loves his ProTube, and he just got a Mammoth. You should try
Oh, the
this though,
Mammoth's
Stas.
cool.
It's super cool, man. It's so small and it's so light. It's fast, but it does give you the steadying that I do like about it. That way to steady it still, so you have a front grip. But yeah, I like if I'm gonna just go like straight rifle where I'm looking for like a shoulder, you know, stock feeling, then I would go with the ProTube. Um, but for quicker stuff, you know, especially like a handgun, if you're gonna rock a handgun, man, this is like the way to do it. Or you know, SMG, but you can even use them
Yeah.
for the rifle too. I would definitely use it in breachers, probably even more than like this is perfect for breachers for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So thanks, Task, for sending these. I am going to be rocking these this weekend when I do that live stream. I'm going to be rocking these on here. I'm going to be popping some heads off in breachers and Ghosts of Tabor. Soul BC says I just need something for my index. Oh right, yeah, Task.
He's an index
make
player.
him for the index, bro. That's why you got to do it. Yeah, you got to send him your index controllers, Todd, so he can get that set up.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No.
So D, you have a little bit of time. Can we what do you think? Can we run like a quick 20-minute spot and you'll hang out with us and we'll talk and chat and then we'll come back? You said you're okay, right?
Wait, what?
Hey?
We got a 20-minute video we want to show quick.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a
Okay, cool.
teaser.
I just didn't want to take your
things
time
to
if you
come.
weren't going to be here, so I was going to
Yeah,
wait
no,
until you were done. So
No,
let's rock it. Let's Todd, if you're ready, let's do this. It's a quick 20-minute interview that I did with the dudes from The Last Worker. Pretty awesome, man. It's Jorg from Oifi, who is the production company or the publishers behind the game, and then I talked to Ryan, who is the founder of Wolf and Wood, who is a development studio, and it's real quick, guys. Just hang in there. You watch this thing. We'll be in chat. We'll be talking, but I really want to show this video. We're gonna air it as a standalone video. This was a 50-minute interview that I did the other day, and it was so freaking good. And I don't like to do 50-minute pre-recorded interviews, but I couldn't stop because it was just so damn good. So I want to just show you you guys like the quick intro of it. We'll watch like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of it and see how it goes. But it's really good. Roll the clip, Todd. Oh, Michelle B was okay. Thank you to future Eric and Todd. I am the past Eric. Todd's not here because he's a slacker. We can't stand him right now. But I'm actually here with two way better people than Todd, and let me introduce them. These are some of the awesome people behind the game, The Last Worker. We have Jorg from Oifi, the producers of The Last Worker. How are you doing, man?
I'm okay. How are you?
Oh man, I love that you love your microphone because I am in love with my microphone.
Yeah. I will always speak in this radio voice with you.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. I was gone for my home studio for like 35 days in March, and I got back and I'm like, man, I missed this audio.
Yeah, and since I have a permanent face for radio, this mic is all I have.
I'm with you on that one too. We have a lot going on, brother. Me and you. Also with me is Ryan Boastfield, the creative director from Wolf and Wood, the studio behind the game, The Last Worker. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm going for more nasal tones rather than any sort of deep ASMR.
You sound beautiful.
Well, he's up north, where they all have sinus infections permanently because of the weather.
Yeah, I'm in the only room that doesn't get the sunlight today, so beautiful.
So it's like a normal day.
Yeah, exactly.
Ryan, tell us, where are you from, man?
So we're up in Newcastle, northeast of England. So yeah, where the sun never shines, except for today. So we're quite lucky.
Nice. Jorg, where are you coming from?
I'm sitting in London, UK at the moment, where it's also sunny, and it also is a rare occurrence. But I'm originally from Belgium, but I'm half German and half Polish, which probably makes me Swedish.
Wow. That is an odd combination, but I love it. That's fantastic. Yeah, I am. Like I said, was talking to you guys earlier. I'm in upstate New York, where it can be 88 degrees Fahrenheit one day and then 30 degrees the next day. in the springtime. It's like a schizophrenic Mother Nature. It's absolutely insane.
But that's exactly what Roland Emmerich predicted. Remember, when the ice was chasing people through New York, and then the wolves came out and stuff. He saw it all coming. I think he's the prophet, actually.
He could be very well. Well, guys, we are here today to talk about The Last Worker. This has been a game that I've been enamored with now for a while. This was a game that was highly anticipated. I remember talking about this game a long time ago, probably over a year ago, and really looking forward to the game. And then it finally came out, and it's probably one of the best narrative story games that I've ever played. And yeah, it really is. And this is not my, my community will attest that this is not normally my type of game. I'm a very much a Dark Souls, action packed, very roguelike or roguelite driven fan. But when I get a good story, it wraps me in, and the game becomes more compelling to me. And that's what I think The Last Worker has done, pretty much as good as I've ever seen another game do. But before we get into the meat and the potatoes of the game, let's do this. Jorg, first tell us exactly about OIFI, what you do there, and the involvement in The Last Worker.
Well, Eric, thanks for that intro. Do you mind if we use that entire quote on the back of the packaging?
Wow, that was a long one, but yeah, absolutely. You'd need bigger packaging.
No, but it says it all. So it's I'll get in touch with the PR team. It's consider it done.
Absolutely.
The poster will be just that.
Yep, right? Gary, get on that right now.
But OIFI, it's a company my wife and I founded like a decade ago, and we've done plays and graphic novels and a West End show in London and a feature film called The White King with Jonathan Pryce, a bunch of people in it, which we shot back in 2015. It came out in 2017. Then we just made a film with John Malkovich, which is coming out next year, called A Winter's Journey. It's a painted animation with live action performances at its heart, and based on Schubert's music. And we use Dreams on PlayStation to build and design the sets. And it's going to be something else. It's coming out next year. So we've been telling stories across a variety of different mediums and stuff for a while. But I mean, I've always been a gamer at heart, and that's always been my happy place. And so I've been dreaming about making a new kind of narrative game for a very long time. And this particular game I've been dreaming about making since about 2014. So, and it would take me 5 years to finally meet the right people to do it with, i.e. this guy.
Yeah, hell yeah. And that's a great segue into Ryan. And Ryan, I love Wolf and Wood. The games that you guys make are absolutely incredible. You guys have been killing it for a long time. And in virtual reality. Tell us a little bit about your involvement with Wolf and Wood.
Yeah, so I started Wolf and Wood as a solo developer back in 2014. So had a little side project.
Yeah.
I was working full time at that point, and the little side project were a chair in a room, which released on the Oculus DK1 back in the day.
Wow.
So yeah.
So you're extremely OG.
80 pixels. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and he technically invented virtual reality, but he's quite modest.
Way to go, Brian. Just tell everybody that you're the godfather of virtual reality. It's okay.
Yeah. As long as nobody sets death drones on us or anything. So
it's coming.
So that just kind of blew up. People were streaming it. It had millions of views, and it just seemed like something that could be a changing career and a career that I wanted to pursue. So I went for it, and made a chair in a room, and then that led on to building a team and the Exorcist Legion VR, and
another great one.
Yeah, from there we've grown and took on kind of more unusual projects, starting from that horror route and then going into hotel R&R, which were just completely off the wall, and then meeting Jorg and being introduced to the world of the Last Worker, which just seemed kind of a left field, oddball, weird and wonderful, kind of.
that should be the quote: oddball, weird, wonderful.
That's about the world of the last worker.
It really is. It really is.
Don't take it as an insult.
Guys, look, seriously, I just made a TikTok of one of the I was like, this is going to make a perfect TikTok, and it's of that opening scene where they're talking about grabbing the big stick, and I'm like, this is my game. And give it a jerk, give it a jerk, and I'm like, this is my game. the humor in this game is awesome, and yeah, we'll get into that in a minute. Let me just talk about Wolf and Wood a little bit more. You skimmed over like a couple of really big things. A Chair in the Room, classic game, freaking amazing, great game. A Chair in the Room, Greenwater, also, right?
Yeah, that was the one that I spent a year toiling away at in time for the Vive launch in 2016. So I had a deadline, and yeah, I would pretty much, and just the money I saved, which were for a deposit for a house, which I kind of gambled that one.
Nice,
but
paid off.
It was fun.
Paid off for you. You're good.
yeah, and Greenwater would just it was kind of, because it was a solo project. I spent a lot of time essentially in a basement, bringing these, especially the little boy, bringing him to life, and making those, building on those scares. And there were a few times when I was working late at night, and like motion sensor lights just switch off once everybody's left. So I kind of just sat in this little lit corner, and then the rest of the room were completely dark. And then I was testing that. Well, I don't want to say which bit, but there's kind of quite a midway point where it gets particularly scary. And it just freaks me out. I'm like, right, I'm gonna have to go home and do this in the day.
I love it. And then that led you into the Exorcist Legion VR. Is that how it kind of went, or?
Yeah. So we got contacted by a third party that they'd got hold of the rights to that, to the Exorcist 3, William Peter Blatty's narrative for it. Obviously, he had nothing to do with the second one, and the Exorcist 3 would kind of him taking back control of the franchise, where it kind of, it'd been in the second one just a run for money, really, and then the third one he actually wanted to bring it back to, bring the story back to where he started with the Exorcist 1. So we had kind of a open framework on that. We knew the story, we knew what he was trying to get across, and then we had the world and the characters to build on. So we built a story around that, around a copycat of the Gemini Killer, and Wolf and Wood wrote the story, produced the music. We literally did the whole thing on that one. And really, really happy with how that turned out. Just the kind of the different scenes. I've not really thought about it in a while, because it's like we've been it's one thing onto the next thing. But we're kind of the kind of journey that we take people through on that one, with the starting off at the church and the kind of squealing murdered priest, and then through to the asylum. And I think that the third chapter especially, really, that's one that definitely stands out to people, where you in the attic, the Abaizu over at the bathroom door, and just the kind of the whisper in your ear, and the positional audio in that just
freaks you out. Yeah,
really
you've done it well when you're in VR, and you have like the hairs standing up in the back of your neck, and when you hear those whispers, you've nailed it at that point, right?
Yeah, it's so weird as well, because the person who did the whispers in chapter 1, Jen Henry, she's just really, really nice, really kind of approachable, nice woman.
but with the whispers, it turns her into like a crazy woman.
It really works. It's so surprising.
I think that's the beautiful thing about people who are truly great horror makers, and that's what Ryan is definitely in the VR space at the very least already, is that I think it actually requires, you actually have to be lovely and you actually have to understand what makes people feel good in order to take them to the opposite of it. It's sort of, to me, it's an exercise in empathy. Making a really good horror story, you have to understand what people's fears are, and therefore you actually have to care about people and their feelings. And I think it's the same in film. I think the greatest horror filmmakers also have made some of the greatest comedies. It's because you understand how to surprise people, you know how to push those extreme buttons, and both of those extremes require, you know, that understanding of human nature. And so, you know, it made sense, you know, for me, you know, like instantly, like looking at Ryan's works, like this guy gets it. He understands how to make people feel something, you know.
Yeah, and that's like a little kind of like, let's transition into that now, because you guys kind of like, how did you get together, and where did the Last Worker come from? Whose idea was it? How did we put it together? And like, what was the genesis of the Last Worker with the two of you guys, and Oifi and Wolfenwood?
Well, I mean, it started with me. I mean, it's been a long journey. It was around 2014 or so. Yeah, 2014. I walked into sort of my local little supermarket, you know, in London, and overnight, all the employees had been replaced, bar except for two, with these sort of weird self-checkout machines. And one of them was just standing in front of the sort of cigarette, you know, sort of curtain thing, you know, and the other person was just waiting for the computers to crash so they would restart Windows, or whatever they run on. And I realized it was kind of sick to see that these completely dehumanized sort of and demotivated faces on these two remaining employees, and the one guy had to assist the robot, which felt wrong to me. Like, shouldn't it be the other way around? And then gradually, at the same time, Amazon fulfillment centers had become so omnipresent everywhere, and there were stories coming out, including a documentary on the BBC called "The Truth Behind the Click," which looked into, you know, someone had snuck in a sort of hidden camera into one of those fulfillment centers in the UK. And I looked at how people were getting around in these places with these like beepers that were counting down the seconds in between each product, and there was a quota that you have to hit, and if you don't, then it beeps louder and alerts everyone around you to the fact that you're messing up, and blah 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 blah. And I thought that whole thing was so insane. And it was a video game. It was a dystopian gamified environment in which everyone is being reduced to non-thinking sort of people that are rushing after what the algorithm tells them to do, which is so weird. And so that was the beginnings of it. So I wanted to make a game about that, and I felt that the best way to do that would be with VR, because it is the most, and to elaborate on the thing from earlier, I think it is the most empathic of storytelling mediums. It's just that we haven't explored that a whole lot yet. But the fact that you can physically embody a character makes you really live their experience. It's all about lived experience, and I felt that'd be much better than watching a documentary about this, because, you know, people don't really watch anything anymore with real attention, because we can second screen everything. And so the idea of making this a VR game was important to me. And of course, that presented me with a problem, because people were like, what do you mean VR? It's not really a thing. It's like, there's only got 20,000 units out there. It's like, I don't care. I really just, I've been working in the theater. Like, you know, I've been lucky to have like 500 people and to see one show. I'm used to small numbers, you know, right? But I know that I've changed those 500 people, you know, so maybe to me, VR is an extension of that idea. So it took another 4 years after that. I was at Gamescom, a big game conference in Germany, with 265,000 sort of attendees. It might have been even more, because it was pre-COVID then. And I found a developer for it after going through a couple of different people, and it didn't quite work out. And the developer was going to be CodeSync, the lovely people behind, you know, Jurassic World Aftermath and things like that.
Yep.
And but I think it was at that show actually that they signed their contract for Jurassic World Aftermath, and thus we're no longer able to work on the game, which they announced to me after we had all these amazing meetings with like all these publishers. I was like, oh, cool, yeah, I want to do this weird Last Worker thing. And I was so disappointed. I was so sad, you know. And then a couple of, you know, weeks later, I'll let Ryan to continue.
Yeah. No, I bumped into Eddie from CodeSync on the train. He was doing his Sudoku, as he does. And yeah, I just said hello, just chatting for a bit, and yeah, I kind of heard from him. I don't think he said on the train. I think he said like he followed up and said, "Oh, look, there is this thing, and we've been chatting to this guy," and so yeah, it just kind of came around as this, you know, friend of a friend. Essentially, do you want to chat to this person? So it's like, well, yeah, might as well. We'll see, see what the project is, see what's going on, and yeah, we're all kind of quite just, light. Let's see what everything's about, and then yeah, obviously we introduced to the last worker, and you'd already got Mick on board, Mick McMahon, who incredible.
He's like the comic artist, right?
Yeah, he's one of the creators of Judge Dredd, and
yes, right,
and a man in his 70s. He was 40 when he started working on The Last Worker.
Yeah.
That'll do it to you.
It's a brutal industry, man.
Yeah.
Spits you out. But no, he's yeah. So he was on board. Olafur Dari Olafsson was already attached to play Kurt. I'd recorded a couple of lines with him for a little prototype that I'd made with a couple of lovely developers. And then who else? Oliver Krause had already written a bit of music for it.
Wow.
So there was who else was in there? I think. Is that it? I think no. And also David Hewlett. He had already done a bit of a voice for. No, he hadn't yet. Had he? I think he did.
I think there were.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this was it was pretty far along then, really. When
I mean, I practically finished the game by myself.
You're like, do I really need you guys?
No.
Seriously, I mean, you had the story, you had some of the part, you had a lot of the elements. You needed that partner, right? You needed that partner to do.
Yeah, the concept was there. But like there's so much that wasn't, which is basically the whole game. But
well, and that's what I say too. Look how these things work out. Like literally, I mean, and not saying anything against CodeSync, they're an amazing studio, but it could have been a completely different game with a different, you know what I mean? When you have two different development studios, things can take a different turn. So, I mean, it worked out that this amazing game is here because of Jurassic World Aftermath was signed, and thank God that Wolfen, that train meeting happened, right? It's funny how these things happen.
It's actually it's all thanks to Steven Spielberg, actually.
All right, we're gonna like thank him directly at the end of the credits.
Yeah.
Man, that was too good, man. That interview goes on for another probably like, God, I think the whole interview was like 55 minutes, Todd. There was just so much great information from those guys. So I'm glad I wanted to give you guys a sneak peek of it. It's just too long to try and air, live and during a live stream. So I get it. But we'll drop that as a full video so people can take a look at it. But I just had a blast doing it, man. I wish you were there because you would have loved those dudes.
Yeah, they seem like they're really funny, and that's cool.
Dude, Jorg from Oifi was so funny, man. He had such a good sense of humor. Like we were doing the pre-interview setup and everything. When I usually kind of go through my spiel, and he was just cracking jokes left and right.
Really?
And that interview, there was no edits, man. There was because literally I edited the beginning when I started, and I'm going to edit the end of it, and I'm going to let the whole interview play because they were just super good. And Ryan from Wolf and Wood is just a super smart guy. They do some amazing games over there at Wolf and Wood. I really like what they're doing. They have another game in the works that they're going to talk about. The two of them, Oifi and Wolf and Wood, are collaborating on another game that's about to come out. That's called Sea Smash, based on a 90s arcade cabinet game. They have that coming too as a thing, and they talk about quite a bit of that later on in the interview as well. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to drop that as a full blown interview on the channel, and it was really good to see. And God, you started a big shitstorm in a Facebook group, dude.
I know, right? It's totally
Holy crap, man.
I was gonna do it, and I sent an email to all of our mods saying, "Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So be prepared for the shitstorm."
Oh my god, man! I'm sitting here watching this interview with everybody, and I see all the chats going, "Something's going on in the Facebook group. People are pissed," and I'm like, "What is going on?" So I just happened to click over to the Facebook group, and there's like 50 comments on your post, and people are just like, "How dare you tag me?
How dare you?
What is the matter with people,
son
bro?
of a bitch.
Dude, do you know how many times I get tagged a day? If I got mad like that every time I get tagged in a
Oh my God, can you
Discord or on
imagine?
Facebook group, holy crap, dude!
Yeah.
People
And
are
the funny
so
part is
weird.
that the only people on that Facebook group that can do it are you and me, and we can only do it once a week. And I've only done it once.
It's
You
just
did it
kind of
once
a
by accident.
I did it once by accident because I just copied and pasted something. I did an add everyone in our Discord, and I copied
Oh,
and
right.
pasted it to the Facebook group, and I forgot the ad everyone was in there because I didn't even know it was a thing. Like literally,
The
it's a new
comments
thing,
on the
right?
people are like, "Oh my God, I'm sick and tired of you tagging me." I'm like, dude, it happened one fucking time.
Dude, I hate Facebook people. I really do.
Cracks me
I
up.
really, really, really do.
Who knows? Maybe we got a couple new viewers from that shit show. Maybe
Maybe
we
I'm
did.
I'm finally like, Todd, just take the thing down, dude. It's so bad. Just take it down. So, yeah.
Jonathan Clark, I think, is actually one of the people from that post, and he actually commented in that post that he was quite enjoying the stream. So,
Oh, thank you,
there was
Jonathan.
some
I'm glad.
positive in there. Yeah,
Dude, I'm glad. So if we made a couple people happy, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. And we're just trying to share that we have this channel over. We do this thing over here, man. We got some cool people hanging out. We talk about some cool things. We have amazing developers in, like Scott and Proper D from Combat Waffle. We do amazing giveaways. We have that canned interview that we just did with the guys from The Last Worker. So got some cool stuff going on here. We're just trying to let everybody know. Jeez, babe,
should we send
it.
Akita, The Last Worker, away?
Yeah, let's do that. What were we gonna say, D?
I said Simadonna.
Yeah, let's do that. D, you know what I got? Which you're gonna be. I'm not showing this because I want to make you jealous or anything. I just think you'll think it's cool.
Dude, you already mentioned it, so I'm already what?
No, what? No, I didn't. I have never mentioned this to anybody. I
No,
just
but
literally received this today in the mail, so I don't even
Yeah.
know what you're talking about.
You
this is-
literally just mentioned how cool it is, so I'm already jealous. So just
Oh, I
let
see what
it
you're saying. I thought you
out.
meant like said it before. So I got this thing, and I don't even know how they sent it because I don't remember giving my address to them. But I got this from the Light Brigade people.
Oh, that's cool.
It's all the developers.
Turn the camera
He's
off.
like, I'm out of here. This is cool, man.
Yes,
Like,
I'm outta here,
it's
you
like
son of a bitch. It
yeah,
should
it's
be
like the
mine.
entire team. They signed this little card, and it says the
That's
light
super
from the
cool.
Light Brigade, and they said we'd like to thank you for being a part of our journey, man. And they sent this little Light Brigade pin. It's pretty cool, man. They won't, but it's like a Light Brigade pin.
Yeah,
All you get is my audio now. Kiss my ass.
It's my
It's pretty cool. Well, D, I was gonna send you the pin. I think you'd like it.
She turned the camera back on.
I tell you, I was gonna send you the pin.
Okay.
You get the pin, and you get this awesome star that said you're a big part of the game.
I'm a winner.
Yeah, but thank you to the guys at Light Brigade for doing that. I literally have no idea how they got my address because I don't think I've ever given them my address, but it's like a cool little Light Brigade kind of style card. Cool. Yeah, let's do the last worker.
Cool.
Man.
So this last worker key is for the comments on our last YouTube video. I got it all geared up with this raffle picker.
Oh, Wes says he has one too. D, are you pissed at him too?
Oh,
I commented.
Oh, did you? What'd you say? Oh,
Yeah.
D can be bribed.
maybe.
You know
All right,
You
what?
know
here
what?
we go.
Nope.
This is a quick spin, so everybody's gotta pay attention. Who's it gonna be?
It goes fast. Oh, John. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh! I see it. Like kind of
Fourth
flips
wall
open.
baker. There we go. We got a winner.
Nice.
Fourth wall breaker.
Congratulations.
It says,
Congrats.
nice to see
Fourth
Eric,
wall
Todd,
breaker.
and DL together on screen. Mateo was a nice, super nice surprise as well.
Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. Thank you. Thanks for those awesome comments. We appreciate it. And yeah, it's super cool. We're gonna give anything away this week in the comments, or are we just gonna wait till next week and do one?
We're gonna do next week because I have to catch up on a couple of old shows. So
Yeah, let's do that. We'll wait a week, and then next week's episode we'll give away one in the live in the after chat, the after comments. But yeah, congratulations to Fourth Wall Breaker. That was super cool. Guys, why does the mainstream media hate virtual reality. Have you
Well,
seen?
there's nothing else to hate on right now. So
Have you seen these articles that the mainstream media, like Bloomberg and these other news outlets, have come out and started bashing the PlayStation VR2 launch, and then these Quest 2 numbers that they were giving out, saying how poor these numbers are and how bad they are, and VR is doomed and VR is dead again, and then only to be refuted and looked at with different perspective to see how truly amazing these numbers are. Now let's take this PlayStation VR2 launch. Terrible numbers, Todd. How dare they sell 300,000 in a month and a half or 2 months? How dare they only sell 300,000? Besides the Quest 2, it was only the best-selling headset of all time. Right?
Yeah.
Now, we don't have the Quest 2 numbers because Meta doesn't give out the numbers. So we don't know what the Quest 2 sold in the first 2 months. I assume it was probably better numbers than that. Okay. So I'm going to say it's probably, but still, we're killing this PlayStation 2 launch saying how poor these numbers are, that they sold just under 300,000 units in 2 months, and how bad this is for VR and how terrible and how doom and gloom and Sony's going to, give up on it and not do it. It was only the second best selling headset of all time. And it's not even in brick and mortar. What's that, D?
I said they just don't know, man.
It's just ridiculous that they want to beat on, like, the mainstream media. Number one, doesn't get it. They just don't get VR. And then because they don't get it, they want to beat on it so badly. Like, they really, really want to have something just to like kill and beat on. And I don't know. And then the numbers on the Quest 2. Quest 2 says, there was only 6.5 million active users in the month of October out of 20 million headsets sold. Now let's take a different. Now that sounds terrible, right, Todd?
Really?
I didn't think so, but everybody else is like, wow, that's terrible. That means that most of all these headsets are not in, are not in people's closets, and we have consoles that do way better than that. Do we? Is that true?
Right?
I don't think that's true. You need to look at these things. Let's look at a post from somebody who is not an apologist for VR, and we'll call things normally as they see them. Pop that up, Todd.
This is from our friend Thrill Seeker. He tweeted it out yesterday.
So this is what Thrill Seeker says. So if Quest 2 has 6.37 million monthly active users, and Steam has 2.7 million active users, and the Quest 2 has 44% of the market share, which we know that's the case, that means that 1.2 million monthly active Quest 2s out of 6.37 million are PC VR users. 19% of Quest 2 owners are Steam VR. PC VR is not dead, folks.
No.
It's not dead. There's probably more people in PC VR than probably there has been in a long time. And I would say, Todd, that probably directly correlates to the cost of, or to the drop in cost of
Video
GPUs.
cards.
Yeah, because they're not crazily expensive anymore. So, to me, you can afford, you can get in affordably to a PC now. And I do think the thing that we always said is happening, the Quest 2 is a gateway to more PC VR. It is a first step.
Or high-end VR, whether it's PC VR or PlayStation VR. The Quest is definitely the entry. It's the entry level, the doorway into this mass market of virtual reality.
Yeah. Now there was another report that was talking about, the user base of that 6.3 million or 6.5 million of the Quest 2. And the numbers, if you looked at them, they were higher than the PlayStation 5 in October. And higher than the Xbox.
Both Xboxes, the X and the S combined.
So it just kills me that they try and take all these numbers and make them into like bad things. It's like they're just trying so hard to shit on VR, and they want to figure out a way to kill it. Why? Because they don't get it. They just don't get it. So that means it must not be anything good.
Or who knows? Maybe they're sponsored by AMD, and AMD's like, I don't want a PC VR because my graphics cards don't work with PC VR.
Fuck AMD. That's all I gotta say. Go fucking make your fucking cards work with. Go figure it out. Make your cards work with VR, and we don't have to. You don't have to worry about that.
Mepper is one of these statistics. Most of the time he uses his Quest 2 to play PC VR.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a great way to do it.
Hell yeah.
It's the only way I can play PC VR.
Yeah, right. He does it all the time. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's still today, and probably will be next year, the easiest way to get into PC VR. So if you don't have a Valve Index and you can't get a Valve Index, you don't want to go buy base stations, and and we can't in the North America now. This is different in different markets, but we can't in North America go get a Pico. Quest 2 is still the best way to get into PC VR. It's the cheapest way to get into PC VR.
The best, most affordable way to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's other avenues out there that are coming, but it's still the most affordable way, and it's still probably one of the most comfortable headsets that you can trick out and make it fit good. I mean, they're even the XR Elite. The XR Elite's a great fitting headset. Feels really good. But damn, man, I can trick out my Quest 2 with a Bobo or with Kiwi or whatever and make it one of the most comfortable headsets I've ever worn. Damn, man, I have multiple times streamed 12 hours straight in a Quest 2 headset. And it been okay. Like I didn't get done and go, oh my God, my face is ready to fall off.
Right.
So I still think that the Quest 2 is a great stepping stone into PC VR, or it doesn't have to be. So if you don't ever want to get into PC VR, it's still a great headset that people should own. But because people don't, I mean, does it have to be a headset that we use every day? I mean, there are people that don't use their PlayStation 5s on a regular monthly basis or use it once a month. It happens all the time. You look at the numbers that they refuted. PlayStation 5 is the most popular console probably in the history. And the Quest 2 still has better numbers. I'm just tired.
Not going anywhere.
No, I'm just tired of the doom and gloom, man. They just try so hard. The mainstream media tries so hard to try and kill this. Like, why? Like, why do they need to shit on it? Why do they need, and instead of looking at the numbers and saying, wow, virtual reality is doing way better than maybe we thought. They take the numbers, they take an opposite spin on it and try and spin it like doom and gloom and try and make it out to be the worst thing ever. Try and make out a PlayStation VR 2 launch that's just under 300,000 in 2 months without being in brick and mortar and without being in Amazon where you can go buy it and being only a PlayStation 2, order online.
And that's only an American thing, by the way.
No, understandable. But still, this is a lot of where the market is.
Oh, for sure.
That headset is still probably the second best selling VR headset of all time. But they want to say those numbers are terrible and that Sony is in trouble and that Sony's gonna probably back away. And they're, we need a price drop on the headset. We're not seeing a price drop on this headset, folks. They just launched it. Crazy, man. They just try so hard to figure out a way to kill it. And I was talking to Wes about this in Roots the other day. It's just, it's almost like the console wars. It's like if it's not the console of your choice, we need to kill it, or we need to destroy it, or we need to keep it down. We need to say it's not great. You know what I mean? It kills me that people like, look, I don't care if you play a PlayStation ever. It doesn't matter to me, but you should want it to do well. If you're a virtual reality fan, if you're a fan of virtual reality and you want things to go well, you should root for it. Opposite way works also. You should root for the Quest to do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's frustrating because I think a lot of these mainstream media, that coined term, these people are looking for clicks. They're looking for viewers. They're looking for people to get pissed off and read their shit. And you know what I mean? And it works because people who are passionate about the industry are like, what the hell? And then we talk about it for a month and Bloomberg gets millions of dollars. Like it's it's terrible that that is what media has come to.
It is. It's almost like the media is just as clickbaity as anybody else. We hear people talk about, YouTube people being clickbait all the time. The media,
It's no different.
general media is sometimes worse.
Worse, yeah, exactly.
What's up, GT is in chat saying rant daddy? I'm not. That's not really a rant, is it? I mean, I didn't
It
even,
was a mild one
I didn't even swear once. I don't think I swore once.
earlier.
That's
Like he says,
maybe
he's like spitting facts. It's all good. That's right. Like, that's
Yeah.
just the reality of it. So
Yeah. It just bothers me, like it's because it struck me as funny because we saw both of these articles come out. The Bloomberg article about PlayStation, and then I don't remember who this news service was who reported
I can't remember. I can't find it.
It was the bad news about the only 6.3 or 6.5 million active users on the Quest 2 in October of last year. And then directly there was other articles after that written saying, open your
What the
eyes.
hell?
That's those number. If you look at it, fairly, those numbers are really, really good. And this is why. And they gave the facts why. Crazy, Todd. D. I don't know. I just it's unfortunate. I don't understand why we have to kill these things, D.
No matter what you do, if you have different products, there's going to be some kind of, backlash or, whatever you want to call it from the other side, no matter what. So.
Yeah, agreed. I think it seems like we've had this I thought for a long time we were getting away from the the VR is dead thing. You know what I mean? And
Come on,
and that and then they just keep bringing it back up again. You know what I mean? They keep trying to kill it. And the layoffs at Meta. Yesterday. Terrible thing. And there was a lot of departments at Meta that laid off people. It wasn't just the Reality Labs department. And it wasn't just Ready at Dawn, and it wasn't just, Downpour.
Those are the two big departments that were closed, but there was a lot of other people laid off as well.
Terrible thing, right? Super bad thing.
That doesn't help when you have these Bloomberg news articles saying the VR is dead, and then Meta goes and fires everybody. Right. But honestly, we knew it was coming. They announced it months and months ago.
Yep, this is just the second wave.
We knew that these were coming. It's the second. We knew it was coming. Yeah. So, but the news makes it sound so doom and gloom.
But again, more doom and gloom because of the layoffs, and it's a virtual reality thing. And it's because of virtual reality is not doing well. They have these layoffs. Not happening. It's not the case. Looking around the tech industry, not just the virtual reality industry. I'm just talking the tech industry. There's just as many, if not more, layoffs everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah. And I had 4 developers of other development companies contact me just to say, hey, if you know anybody from Ready at Dawn or Downpour that got laid off, send them our way. We're hiring.
Yeah.
I don't want to say who they are, but
it's
that's
been all
amazing.
Over Twitter too. People are like, any Ready at Dawn guys out there who got laid off, send me a DM. It's been really good the last day.
So tell me how doom and gloom it is.
Yeah, exactly.
When you have all these
Meta's
other
doom and gloom, not VR.
Yeah, and it's not even Meta's doom and gloom. They just needed to clean some things up. That's all.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's just, again, it's weird. You know what I mean? It sucks people got laid off. It just and it's unfortunate. And it's going to happen again, guys. It's going to happen again. You know what I mean? But it doesn't mean that, Meta's going to not focus on VR anymore. If anything, they're going to do the opposite way. Now, there was some reports coming out that Meta was switching their focus. They're like, hey, Meta is changing their focus from metaverse to gaming focused. Yep. Now, I've been hearing this for a long time. This is not news. I've been hearing this for a long time, and I can't say from who, but I've been hearing this for a long, long time. Now, they came back and refuted it and said, printed the article, and then they pulled the article back because they said they needed to confirm things, and then they didn't reprint it again. So, they kind of came back and said no, but I do believe that Meta is all in on gaming. They're back in. We already know they have hundreds of titles coming. In production
and lots
right now.
Saving for Quest 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So I do believe that VR is healthy. I do believe that VR gaming is going to be a big focus of Meta, especially moving forward with the Quest 3 launch.
You know what? A lot of talk is better than no talk, right?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Bad press is no press. So
Yeah, I would just like a more positive spin. That's all. I just would like to see, because I don't want, because what you don't want, which I don't think is the case, is you don't want Sony to get scared and go like, oh man, maybe should we have sold more numbers or should we had better numbers? You know what I mean? I just want to make sure
Sony knows what they're doing, dude.
I think. Did you see the
They-
reports that it's like there's like a spot now in Amazon maybe that you're going to be able to see coming soon for the
the store page is already up.
store page is up
For
That's good news.
US. Like I said, in Canada, it's been on Amazon since launch day. That's how I got mine, launch day.
Yeah.
It's only in the US that it wasn't available on Amazon.
It's just weird that they've taken so long. I mean, like I said, like I was talking about last week, I've been pissed off. I'm like, where is it, man? Let me literally get this thing in here. Like I want to see
Yeah,
people.
we had Best Buy and Amazon from launch day. And they were in stores on launch day.
Yeah, which is
why
good.
they would not do that to the US market is weird.
It's a weird launch. I've never seen anything quite like it. You know what I mean?
Right, we're 35 million people. You guys are 350 million people.
Yeah.
Why would you not put them in the store? Or maybe they didn't have enough, so they didn't.
That again, I think that's a big part of it. I really do. I think that was a big part of what it was. They just didn't have enough, and they were concerned about packing them into a store or trying to get them in the stores, and this was the easiest way they could do it. For sure.
I don't have a parrot like Proper D, but
you got a dragon.
So cool.
I got a dragon.
Nice. You know who else loves? You know who else loves your dragon?
My mom.
Does she though?
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. So anyway, that's my final thing on that. I would just want to say that I think it's amazing. If you think about these numbers, I think it's all good news. It's good to see Thrill putting thought into the way he's looking at these numbers. You know what I mean? I think that was a great post that he made, and I love to see it. And like I said, Thrill Seeker is not somebody who he's not going to actively look for a reason to put a spin on something that's not there. So the fact that he's excited about PC VR being back is a good thing for all of us, and I love to see it. GT is saying in chat that he thinks that he thinks that VR is in a healthy spot, and a lot of content creators do. We all
and don't sleep on Meta, which is good advice.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be a great fall. I think we're going to have a great holiday season with several headsets. I'm really excited. Hopefully we'll see these trackers from Vive coming that'll ignite some things, and that we're going to see some stuff, man. I would love to see another price drop of this Quest Pro headset, man. It would be cool if we get that headset down to $700, $600.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
That would be exciting.
Waited.
That would be exciting.
Totally worth it for $700. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally worth it.
All right, guys. I think that's pretty much most of our show. Do we have anything else to give away, Todd? Or are we done?
Yeah, we got a couple keys to Synth Riders.
Let's do it, man. Let's do that and get the heck out of here, man. D's got to get back to work. I know you're off for the night.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm done with that
Washington.
crap. Done.
No, I just get out of here. I need dinner.
Yeah, go get some dinner and relax. Get ready for your Sunday stream of
What's
Resident
it
Evil
like
8.
to be in my time zone now, where it's like 9:30 and the show's over? It's awesome.
This is fantastic because
awesome?
Before it was like super
midnight.
late. Exactly.
Yeah, like
now I still have time to do stuff.
Poor Eric.
I know. I would like to take a break. I would like to I might go get into some Ghosts of Tabor. So if anybody out there wants to jump into some Ghosts of Tabor or something, I think I may jump in there for some raids.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
This is for Synth Riders on Quest.
Nice.
Miscellaneous DLC because I got all kinds.
Short stack. Nice.
First key goes the short stack.
Nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Short stack.
All right, and we'll do one more back to back here. think this might be a reroll. Or maybe he wants to give it away.
Yeah, Wes. Yeah. I'm sure Wes would want to give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I'm going to take that as a reroll. If you don't have it, Wes, let me know.
Hey, nice. Destiny 11. Congratulations. Todd, we just had a key. Donated for next week already. So I'll tease one of next week's keys. We have a Steam key for Into the Radius donated by Mr. Tass.
Oh, sweet.
Hell yeah, man. Into the Radius, one of the freaking great game, man. That game looks so good on PC, by the way.
Yeah.
But congratulations, totally. Destiny 11. I love me some Synth Riders. We got to get back in. I haven't. We need to get back in with Gamer Chick and do some more Synth Riders.
Yeah, something.
Me too. My scale tells me that I need to do lots and lots of Synth Riders.
Yeah, I think it's that time of year. Everybody needs to do some virtual exercising.
I hear you.
I'm down with that.
Tonight's winners, we had Short Stack VR and Destiny 11 winning Synth Riders. Mickey Burr won a key to Ghosts of Tabor. Arabella 17 won Walkabout Mini Golf with a Golf Plus Swing Plus.
Nice.
And the last worker went to Fourth Wall Breaker.
Chris Oaks says, "Let's do it, Eric. I need to beat her again." I know. Chris Oaks is pretty good, man. I know.
Is he?
Yeah. And that's not easy to beat, Tiffany and Synth Rider. She's damn good, man. The last time I played D on Expert Plus, I almost died.
Well, thankfully they cut off the no fail thing because I would be out in like.
I mean, I don't know if I would have failed, but damn, I probably would have. If I did more than one song, I probably would have passed out.
Yeah, no, I can't. I play on hard, I think, but yeah, I can't. You know what? I don't know. It's been so long since I've been in there. I forget what the freaking levels are, man.
Cool, man. Well, this was a great show. I just have to say, I appreciate everybody hanging out. Thank you very much for being here. This was a lot of fun, man. I love the Ghost of Tabor team. That was a great interview. Great spot. Thank you to Scott and Property for being here and, Scott being sick and still hanging out and doing that. That was really a lot of fun. Thank you guys for showing up, man. Thank you guys for showing up and showing some great numbers, man. We had a lot of people in here hanging out and listening to that. And just thanks for being an awesome community. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we will be back. We'll be back here on Saturday for a live stream of starting at 3 p.m. Eastern time and going to as long as I can go. If I can go 15 hours, I'll go 15. I'll go as long as I can go. We're starting off with $2,000 already donated to Soul BC and his wife from Combat Waffle, the developers behind Ghosts of Tabor. So we already got a great start, but we could use some more. So anybody wants to come hang out with us, we're going to get as many people as we can in here. I don't know if Todd can stop by maybe and D. And I know Creeper Betty is going to try and hang with me for a long time. Betty's going to hang with me, I think, for most of the day. So she was she's been a big push behind doing this for Soul, Creeper Betty. And she's with me. She said she's with me every step of the way. I told her 12 hours. She's like, I'm not with you that much, Mash. I said, oh, really? She's like, yeah. She's like, maybe 8 hours.
Maybe a little bit less, yeah.
That's like a Tasselhoff baby stream, 8 hours.
Yeah.
I can do that in sleep. Awesome. But I will be using these awesome Tasselhoff quick aim babies during that, though. Thank you for sending those tasks. And I'll be letting everybody know how they work out for that stream. But come and hang out with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. We appreciate you being here. And for D, good night, D. For Todd, Crazy Canadian, we'll see you later, bro. We love you guys. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
Peace.